South walked away from Wheeling without the trophy after a tough loss to Morgantown in the title game. After edging the Mohegans in the Class AAA semis this season, they're back for round 2.
Just to get there was great. We would like to have played better. And I think these kids believe that we need to go back and get the job done this year.
The Patriots' secret weapon, outstanding defense.
The kids have played well. They want to be the best defense in AAA ball, and right now they're pretty close to it.
They have to be. They're up against one of the best offensive teams in the state, and they're ready for revenge. Last year, Martinsburg didn't make it to Wheeling after a heartbreaking home loss to Parkersburg South in the semifinal round.
And I'm sure it's still fresh in some of our players' minds. I know that anytime you lose like that in a semis, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But, right now we're just happy to, we're still playing. We're going to have an opportunity to play for a championship.
Will Parkersburg South walk away with the trophy, or will the Bulldogs smash their plans? Join us for the 2003 West Virginia Class AAA Championship game. We welcome you inside Wheeling Island Stadium for a special championship edition of the Sports Zone as we present exclusive live coverage today of the West Virginia Class AAA title game. Dave Walker's unbeaten Martinsburg Bulldogs taking on Mike Duvall's Parkersburg South Patriots. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Dave Weekley. Happy to be alongside Gooch Gaston this afternoon. Well, high-scoring Martinsburg, they're trying to win their first AAA state football title in school history. And Gooch, Parkersburg South, they're back in the championship game for the second consecutive year after losing to Morgantown last season. Should be a great game.
Dave, ever since August, there were 3 teams in Class AAA that everyone considered a cut above the rest. Morgantown, Parkersburg South, and Martinsburg. 2 of those 3 teams here at Wheeling Island today. Should be a great one.
Let's take a look at the route the Bulldogs took from the Eastern Panhandle into today's championship game. They opened the postseason with a win over R.C. Byrd, defeated Huntington High by 2 touchdowns. They were tied early in the third quarter against Cabell Midland before winning 28-14. Tony Gasik is on our broadcast crew today and has more Martinsburg. Good afternoon, Tony.
Good afternoon. I'll tell you what, when you talk about Martinsburg, you talk a lot about Brandon Barrett, you talk a lot about Nate Sowers. But if you look at the field behind me, those 2 might have a little bit of trouble today. Reason being, the turf is a little dicey out there. In fact, Coach Walker told me before this game, his team has never played on a track like this before. They've always played on dry field. So it should be interesting how they respond. Now watch for Martinsburg's running game to step on in this game. They've got a running back, Brandon Hamilton. This guy over 1,000 yards in the season. He's legitimate. He can run the football, and he gives them a needed balance in their attack, because if they're not able to throw the football, they're going to need his production in this contest.
All right, Tony, we look forward to your reports this afternoon. Gooch, as far as Parkersburg South is concerned, their revenge tour continues this afternoon. They beat Morgantown last week in the semifinals to advance to today's championship game.
Coach Duvall and the Parkersburg South Patriots were not happy what happened last year here at the title game. Their goal was to get back. They started by beating Capital at home. Second round, they took on a Wheeling Park squad that was very underrated, a dark horse in this thing, and beat them easily 24-3. Last week at Pony Lewis Field, they played in the elements. The snow was falling. Of course, a better track, but the snow was falling. A late touchdown and a great defensive effort gave them a 14-13 victory. They're back in Wheeling Island. They brought the entire city of Parkersburg with them, and they're ready to take that final step.
They've got great support. It was Ben Gumb's big run in the fourth quarter on 4th down that lifted them to the victory over the Mohegans last week. Well, Ryan Merrill, the quarterback of the Patriots of Parkersburg South, he says the mindset for the Patriots this week, all business, all focused on winning a championship.
Barrett has amazing receiving numbers, and Sowers, his numbers just dominate over every other quarterbacks in the state. I really don't know which one's better.
You don't win because of 2 individuals. They've also got a nice line. They've got a couple nice running backs. They've got 3 or 4 other receivers that have 20-plus catches. No one individual is going to win a state tournament or a state title. It takes a total team effort.
Well, Steve McGee, he worked the sidelines for us last night in the AA championship game, and Gooch, luckily we got him thawed out just in time for this afternoon's broadcast. Steve, good afternoon, and what can you tell us about the Patriots of Parkersburg South?
I can tell you right now, it's still cold, though. not snowing, but it's still cold down here on the football field, a very muddy football field. But these guys are ready to play some football, trying to win a AAA state title. Last year, Parkersburg South spent the night in Wheeling on Friday before they took on to Morgantown. The hotel rooms, Coach Duvall told me, were a little cold. The players and coaches didn't get much sleep, and it really showed the next day with Morgantown winning over Parkersburg South and Parkersburg South playing tired. They turned the football over 8 times, so turnovers will be a key in this football game. No key injuries to report, but a couple of their starters spent the night in the hospital last night in Parkersburg. Coach says it'll be a game-time decision if they will play, and Coach told me before kickoff here, the game plan is to keep the ball out of Martinsburg's hands. They want to keep the football on their side, and they're going to do that with the run, and lots of it. They have a great wide receiver in Ryan Dawson, and they'll hit him a couple of times, but they want to control the clock, control the football, and the coach says they hope to run the football about 50 times in the football game.
All right, we'll see if that happens. Thanks, Steve. We look forward to your reports this afternoon. Now, despite our chilly conditions, we expect an overflow crowd as Martinsburg and Parkersburg South clash for the AAA title. Our live coverage from Wheeling continues with the opening kickoff in a moment.
To release, press the red button. Note the 2-power mid-cabin doors and aft hatch. And enjoy the movie on the DVD screen.
Take off to the Dodge year-end sales drive. Grab Caravan with 0% financing for 60 months or up to a $4,000 cash allowance. Plus, now for a limited time, buy or lease a new Caravan and get a $500 Toys R Us gift card.
Bye-bye. See you. Thanks for choosing Dodge.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
Right now, it's a great time to buy or refinance your home. And a WesBanco mortgage equity package saves you time and money doing both. Your mortgage with a no-fee home equity line of credit or just a line of credit as low as 4.5% APR. Get the money for that new addition, the vacation you've always wanted, college for the kids, or a new car. Lock in a great rate with a WesBanco mortgage equity package now. WesBanco. Small enough to listen, big enough to help.
Right now, you can have it all.
Freddie! It's home for the holidays!
Big Sandy Superstore. Everything is free of interest and free of payments till Valentine's Day 2005. You'll love it. Wonderful mattress sets as low as $99. Get a free clock radio CD player with any premium mattress set. And everything is free of interest and free of payments. You'll love it. Home for the holiday. Big Sandy Superstore.
The West Virginia Super 6 Championship games are being brought to you by Dodge and your local Dodge dealers. Grab life by the horns. And by WesBanco. Class AAA Championship game just moments away from being kicked off. Parkersburg South Gooch won the toss. They have deferred to the second half.
It'll be interesting to see how Martinsburg's offense handles this wet track. They're going to be on the field first. A lot will be told with this first series.
Charles Minkmeyer is our referee this afternoon. He is from Wheeling, and there you can see the Martinsburg Bulldogs. They are in their familiar dark uniforms, trimmed in orange, and we can see their numbers now, but I don't know if we'll be able to see their numbers by the end of the day. And there's the number 5. Everybody has their focus on Brandon Barrett. And for Parkersburg South, consider this, that until Mike Duvall took over this program, they had not won a single playoff game in their history until 2001. Now they're back in the championship game for the second consecutive year. Something's got to give. Somebody is going to come home with their first ever championship today.
This was a great game last year. I got to see this game in Martinsburg. Should be a great rematch. Can't wait for this one.
With the muddy track, how do you expect that's going to play out in terms of Martinsburg's high-powered offense?
Well, it's not so bad outside of the hash marks, Dave, so it might help the receiver some. But once you get down inside the 20-yard line, especially to the 10 and in on both sides, it's pretty bad. With the snow that was on the field having melted onto the field, that's going to cause a little bit of a problem changing direction-wise. More for the defense than the offense, though, I think.
Dave Walker is the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. He was an all-state lineman at Pineville. He turned little heralded East Hardy into a Class A power, and then he took over the reins at Martinsburg 7 years ago. And after a 1-9 start in that first season, he's taken the Bulldogs to 6 consecutive playoff appearances. He went to the playoffs under Silas Mullins at Pineville, who led Westside to the AA playoffs this season. should be a great game. Get your calculator out, Gooch, because I think we're going to see some points today. And Mike Duvall, well, what a job he's done since he's crossed over the river to Parkersburg South to take over this Patriots program.
I think most people, they think most people are used to seeing the Big Reds here. Parkersburg High usually here, but Parkersburg South is really making a name for themselves in football, put together a great program.
And Parkersburg South likes to refer to themselves as the no-names. We'll see how it goes today. Opening kickoff taken by Nate Sowers, the quarterback, and he gets the corner. One man to beat, and that's a touchdown-saving tackle at the 45-yard line of Parkersburg South.
Anyone who has not seen Nate Sowers play, that's what he brings to the game. He can throw the ball, but this kid can move and change directions and make people miss. It's going to be tough on Parkersburg South's defense.
Oh, no question about it. And one of the things that Parkersburg South would like to have happen today is, you know, Martinsburg's going to put up some points. You want to make them drive the field. They're going to start this drive in Patriot territory at the 45-yard line. Parkersburg South, their defense giving up only 7 points a game. Martinsburg, on the other hand, averaging nearly 48 points a game. And you see Sowers' numbers, they're outstanding. If it wasn't for a guy named J.R. House, that might be one of the best seasons ever in West Virginia high school history. And a direct snap, and Sowers trying to get the corner. And he is knocked out of bounds, but not before he reaches the 17-yard line.
Yeah, that was a bad snap, but Sowers picked it up and did something with it. He might be the X factor in this game.
28-yard gain. Let's take a look at this offense, and what an explosive group it is. Sowers, Hamilton went over 1,000 yards rushing. Barnett, Haskins, and Richmond, they're all good compliments to Brandon Barrett. And how about this offensive line? It's big, physical, and they do a great job protecting Sowers, the lefty passer. First and 10 for Martinsburg at the Parkersburg South 17. We are just underway. And as we expected, we're seeing Martinsburg in a 4 wide receiver set. Handoff goes inside. First carry of the day for Brandon Hamilton. 6 foot, 190-pound senior. Rushed for 16 touchdowns this year. In this Patriot defense, you know they are going to be challenged. And maybe the best of the bunch is at the left defensive tackle spot, Dalton Memel, a returning all-stater. He's going to have a big game for Parkersburg South to win today. And Ben Gum, everything runs through him. He's their leading tackler. In the secondary, watch out for Ryan Dawson, the safety, a real ball hawk. Pick up a 2. It's 2nd down and 8. Ball resting now at the 15-yard line. Trips to the right, and the pass goes to the right. And here's Barrett. He's inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Martinsburg Bulldogs.
Look at what they do with Brandon Barrett at Martinsburg High. They move him around so that you can't get a beat on him defensively. That time, they were in a bunch on the right side of the formation. He just ran a little wide receiver screen out to the flats. There's better footing out there in the flats. Evaded the tackler, and he's in for the score.
All right, so the first time Barrett touched the football, he got into the end zone.
That's an impact player making an impact play.
No question. 10:57 to go in the first quarter. We are just underway, and Martinsburg is already on the board. Jeremiah Johnson set to attempt the extra point. The snapper is Ben Sager, and Ryan Miller is the holder for Martinsburg. Watch snap. Here's Johnson in trouble. And the point after attempt is no good, but nevertheless, Martinsburg grabs a quick 6-0 lead on Parkersburg South.
Second bad snap of this series. The first snap of the game, the first offensive snap, I should say, was bad. Nate Sowers just did something with it. That's going to be another thing to watch today with a muddy track. You see, they tried to make something out of nothing, and that's commendable, but in the end, Parkersburg South on the P's and Q's and took them down.
Brandon Barrett, a top Kennedy Award candidate, scores first in this Class AAA championship game. Martinsburg 6, Parkersburg South.
Right now, you can have it all.
Free! It's home for the holidays!
At Big Sandy Superstore. Everything is free of interest and free of payments till Valentine's Day 2005. You'll love it. All appliances and digital TVs in stock and on sale in time for the holidays. Frigidaire side-by-side with dispenser, $588 Super Saver price. You'll love it. Home for the holidays at Big Sandy Superstore.
There was an accident. His fault. I was getting no help from my discount insurance company.
Please call back during normal business hours.
Hey, you get what you pay for.
So my brother here gets paid a nationwide.
Service around the clock, by phone, online, with the neighborhood agent.
With nationwide, it's like I got an extra brother.
Hey, you need all of those you can get.
Nationwide is on your side.
As Christmas comes into focus, Oak Express has a lot of bright gift ideas, from decorative wood accessories and keepsakes to real wood furniture, all at unreal prices. As an extra gift, we're offering a $50 gift certificate with a purchase of $500 and a $100 gift certificate with any purchase of $1,000 or more. Plus, get no payments and no interest for 1 full year. Come to Oak Express for real gift ideas and enjoy receiving a $50 or $100 gift certificate and no payments, no interest for 1 full year.
$34.99 Route 60 East.
Martinsburg with an early 6-0 lead on Parkersburg South. The Patriots are going to get the football in just a moment. That'll be the first time they've touched the football. And Gooch, obviously, Martinsburg did not have a problem marching down the field. They were able to parlay that outstanding kickoff return by Nate Sowers into a 15-yard touchdown pass. Sowers to their star receiver, Brandon Barrett.
You count on your best players to make plays. Sowers and Barrett, their two best players, they made the plays to get the ball in the end zone for Martinsburg.
You know, last week, when Morgantown scored 13 points in a loss to Parkersburg South, that was the first time the defense of Parkersburg South had given up 2 scores in a single game all season. Martinsburg got a touchdown up on the board in today's first minute.
It's kind of similar, actually. Morgantown scored on a run in their first possession, did not score another touchdown or held the field goals. That was the difference in that game.
So Johnson set to kick off. And an outstanding play on the special teams before Parkersburg South can really get rolling. The return by Kent Harshbarger, and now the Patriots offense will come onto the field for the first time. There has been a little question, Gooch, about the ability of Parkersburg South to throw the football in the muddy conditions this afternoon. That was a big topic before the game.
Yeah, before this one, Ryan Merrill was having a little bit of problems with accuracy and holding the ball in pregame. Let's see how he handles these when he comes on the field.
Merrill is 6'1", 200-pound senior. South made a quarterback change in week 6 of the season, deciding to stick full-time with Merrill. And it's Harshbarger on the carry and tries the right side and finds good running room. Up near the 30-yard line, that's a gain of 4. Here's a look at the Parkersburg South offense. Merrill, Eckert, Harshbarger, Gum, Dawson, and Radcliffe is the tight end. This is a good offensive line, too. McPherson and Kidder on the left side. Crum and Nemel on the right tackle spot.
Smallest guy on that line, John Crum, 232.
Well, we'll tell you more about Martinsburg offensive line in just a moment. Spinning on the carry that time is Dustin Eckert. And Eckert is near the first down. It's going to be close enough to measure. You know, there's been so much attention focused, and rightfully so, on Martinsburg's offense, but let's not sell Parkersburg South's offense short. They've got weapons, too, in Merrill, Harshbarger, Gum, and Eckert in the backfield.
Eckert played some quarterback last year, but this year moved in favor of Merrill. Of course, you got Ryan Dawson, 6'4", 200-pound junior. And they'll see him eventually because they just got a new set of downs.
Yes, they did. Look at the mud.
10 minutes to go, first quarter, already getting muddy. Now it's time to play some football.
That's Carl Redmond. He's just caked in mud. So following the quick touchdown by Martinsburg, Parkersburg South has a first down at the 34-yard line. Full house backfield look with Harshbarger. And right now, Parkersburg South is finding a little bit of success off that right side as Harshbarger goes up near the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 on first down, second down and 5.
Great kick-out block there on Parkersburg South, number 75. That kid is Mitchell McCready, 5'9", 265. Great pull block right here on the old counter tray. Knocked the defensive lineman down. There were 3 yards before he even got touched.
2nd and 5. No wide receiver in this formation for Parkersburg South. Harshbarger in motion for a moment. And into Bulldog territory all the way down to the 48-yard line goes Ben Gum. Gum's first carry. Gum scored 21 touchdowns this year, a 6', 230-pound senior.
Ben is the heart and soul of this team, I think, emotionally. He is the guy who, when it comes down to it, he's going to get those tough yards. You see him here fighting through a small crease, getting the extra yards. The back of his jersey is already muddy. I couldn't even read his numbers there initially. At least we'll know who he is now because of the jersey.
Give Gum 12 yards on the carry. It's another first down. From the 48. Not much running room there. And, you know, this Parkersburg South offensive line has battled through some adversity this season. For more on that, let's head it down to Steve McGehee.
Dave and Gooch, last year, Parkersburg South fumbled deep in Morgantown territory, and Coach DeBall told me after that fumble, his team didn't respond, didn't play very well, so we'll see how well they handle adversity right now, trailing 6-zip. So far, so good, picking up 2 first downs. All right,
thanks, Steve. Yeah, they have back-to-back first downs, but that carry netted nothing. It's 2nd down and 10 from the Martinsburg 48. Merrill's thrown 23 touchdowns this year, but right now, Parkersburg South is content to keep it on the ground. That's Eckert on the carry.
That was interesting. Put Eckert under center. Must have seen a little bit of space up there on the line. Just a little check with me. Him in the center. Used to run that back at Bowie State. Just tap you on the thigh and just go forward. Take 5, 6, 7 yards when you can.
Here's the D-line for Martinsburg. Redmond, Seeley, Fraley, and Fields up front. Beard, Drury, Bennett, and Barber, the linebacking core. And they've got speed to burn in the secondary with Barrett, Sowers, and Bivens. 3rd and 3 from the Martinsburg 41. This is Gum. And Gum is brought down shy of the marker. Give him forward progress near the 38-yard line of Martinsburg. And obviously, this is 4-down territory for Parkersburg South.
This side of the 50-yard line.
No, apparently not.
Huh? I take that back. They're going to kick it.
They're going to kick the football here. 4th and a yard, or at least the punt team is coming on.
Good job that time by Martinsburg's defensive line of standing up the offensive line for Parkersburg South and forcing Gum to run into a wall right from line of scrimmage.
Merrill is the punter. And he does kick it off the side of his foot. And that is going to roll dead at the 26-yard line. 13-yard punt, no return. So that's one of the advantages of having the punter be the quarterback. But Merrill did not get the good foot in that one. Martinsburg's got the lead 6-0, and the Bulldogs have the football back when we return to Wheeling.
Get a Subway Fresh Value Meal. A fresh-made sandwich on fresh baked bread with chips and a 21-ounce Coca-Cola. All for a terrific price. So pick up a Subway Fresh Value Meal today.
Did you just eat that entire box of cookies?
That's okay. We had Subway.
Subway's low-fat sandwiches. Delicious subs. So you can feel good about being good and okay about being bad.
Get your grandpa. It's okay, I had just Subway. Oh, 2nd down.
Subway, good, so you don't always have to be.
Right now, you can have it all.
Free! It's home for the holidays!
Big Sandy Superstore. Everything is free of interest and free of payments till Valentine's Day 2005. You'll love it. Wonderful mattress sets as low as $99. Get a free clock radio CD player with any premium mattress set. And everything is free of interest and free of payments. You'll love it. Home for the holiday. Big Sandy Superstore.
Mad Max is in the house. He loves Parkersburg South. Teacher at the school. And how about this acting? Academy Award for Merrill possibly here?
Oh, he slipped its money out there.
Okay.
He couldn't keep his footing up, and that's what he's telling the ref. I just slipped. I need to clean the spike.
A nomination at least. 1st and 10 from the 26 for Martinsburg. Sowers from the gun. Great protection. Now he's rolling out, and the lefty throwing over the middle. Pass is caught at the 45-yard line. That's a first down and a gain of 19. pass was completed to Mark Richmond. Richmond with 31 catches this year, 9 touchdowns. Richmond.
Sowers plenty of time here, scrambles, and this is something he can do, throwing on the run, throwing across his body, and very accurate with the passer.
Richmond's got good size, 6'2", 210. Didn't play football until his senior year. And now we've got a flag down.
Don't know what happened here, but it looks like the Martinsburg folks are pretty happy, so this one must be against Parker.
Red ball, encroachment on the defense.
It's going to be 5 yards against Parkersburg South. It'll be first down and 5 from midfield.
Giving them a short field to work on. Once again, they're right here at the 50-yard line. Looks like so far so good for the passing game. It's 2 for 2 as Mr. Sowers with 1 touchdown pass.
Barrett is lined up to the right on 1st and 5. Sowers looks right, throws left, pass is caught, brought down shy of the first down. Aaron Stokes, the junior, with his first catch.
Coach Walker and his staff knows that they're going to pay plenty of attention to Barrett, so this time they used him as a decoy. Fake the screen out to him to the right side, turned around, threw it to the left side.
Tony Gasek has more on Martinsburg's passing game and how they felt they'd be able to operate in the mud today. Tony?
Well, that's right, gentlemen. If you look at this game, right after that touchdown, Coach Walker asked Nate Sowers if he felt he was able to throw the football. Nate didn't say yes or no, but they gave him a towel. He hasn't really thrown many vertical passes yet. Watch if he's able to later on in this game.
Thanks, Tony. And speaking of Sowers, he'll keep it. Kind of a pick-a-hole situation as he takes the football out of the shotgun formation, and he races down to the Parkersburg South 42-yard line for a first down.
This offense looks somewhat similar to folks in the Mountain States, kind of like what Rich Rodriguez runs up in Morgantown. He'll use that quarterback to fake the handoff to his running back. He'll use the quarterback to run directly, almost a single wing type of deal. Sowers can do so many things, it's hard not to use him in every play.
Well, speaking of West Virginia, we saw Mountaineer assistant coaches Tony Gibson and Bill Stewart working the crowd. Of course, West Virginia heading to the Gator Bowl. Gator Bowl completely sold out. There's the pass, and it is caught. And the reception made by Mark Richmond. So Richmond with his 2nd reception on this drive. He's a big target, Coach.
He is. He did not play for the team last year. Played basketball for them. And after they lost the state semifinal game to Parkersburg, Barrett and Sowers went and said, hey, we really could have used you last year. This year, Richmond's out there. He's another weapon for these Bulldogs.
And this Martinsburg offense cranking up early. They already have a 7-0 lead. They are on the march again. 2nd and 7 from the 39 of Parkersburg South. Sowers handles a low snap. Protection is good again. And wide open is Richmond again. And he's still battling all the way down to the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and another first down.
I'll tell you, Coach DeVaul said before the game that he can't afford to pay attention to Barrett and Sowers too much. They are shadowing Barrett with 2 people, so they took Mark Richmond, ran the little post right up the seam. He's wide open because the other defender is watching number 5.
Sowers, you can't get much better than that.
I tell you, I guess he's not having that many problems throwing the ball.
No, not yet. Maybe he should get a little mud in that ball every game. 4 wide this time. Again, Sowers fakes the handoff. Keeper trying to get outside, slipped 1 tackle. He's inside the 10, down to the 6.
That is a great individual effort by Nate Sowers. The blocking in that play broke down just a little bit. The linemen kind of got their feet tangled, but he made something out of nothing, got positive yards out of it. You're 2nd and short. Here's number 78 there. He's not sure who he's supposed to block. Sowers used them anyway, squeezed between 2 blockers, and got himself 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, the nose guard, Ryan Williams, nearly had him and then missed him.
Again, for the defense, harder than the offense working on a muddy track because they have to react to what the offense is going to do.
Great play if you're an offensive coordinator. This is 2nd down and 2 at the 7-yard line. 4 wide, trips to the right, and Sowers goes right. He's inside the 5, down to the 4. It's going to be 1st and goal for Martinsburg.
I think this is very key for a drive for Martinsburg. Last year when they played Parkersburg South, They could not run the ball in goal line situations. That cost them at the end of the ball game. Here you see Sowers going outside, meeting up with 5 or 6 Parkersburg South defenders. They need to be able to put the ball in on short yardage on the run, using the run.
So it is first and goal at the 4. This overflow group of fans who gobbled up tickets at Parkersburg South, not having too much to cheer about right now. They're sitting on their hands, but the Martinsburg fans are living large. Looks like the Bulldogs may be going in for their second touchdown of the first quarter. Handoff inside, touchdown Martinsburg. It's Brandon Hamilton.
You spread the team out. They have to honor all the receivers you have, and then you run the nice trap inside for Brandon Hamilton. Broke a tackle after breaking the line of scrimmage. He gets in for the touchdown. Great job there by Martinsburg, and great job by that offensive line who spent all winter in the weight room, all spring last year in the weight room, just because of moments like this.
Well, Martinsburg misfired on their first extra point attempt, and they will go for 2 here. Barrett in motion. Here's Sowers rolling left. Across the middle. Had a trio of receivers to choose from, and the pass is incomplete. Off the hands of Richmond. The point after attempt is no good, but Martinsburg has another touchdown up on the board. 2:31 to go in the opening period. Hamilton bangs in for a 4-yard touchdown run. The Martinsburg Bulldogs lead the Patriots of Parkersburg South 12-0.
As Christmas comes into focus, Oak Express has a lot of bright gift ideas. From decorative wood accessories and keepsakes to real wood furniture, all at unreal prices. As an extra gift, we're offering a $50 gift certificate with a purchase of $500 and a $100 gift certificate with any purchase of $1,000 or more. Plus, get no payments and no interest for 1 full year. Come to Oak Express for real gift ideas and enjoy receiving a $50 or $100 gift certificate and no payments, no interest for 1 full year.
$34.99 Route 60 East.
Our old auto insurance was such a deal until we filed a claim.
You get what you pay for.
So we switched to Nationwide. Picture this. Good price, great service.
24-hour claims. 3 ways to do business.
Over the phone, over the web, over the desk. You're all set. Love this guy. Want a company that'll be there for you?
The number's on the screen.
Nationwide is on your side.
Well, it's go time in Wheeling for that man, Mike Duvall and his Parkersburg South Patriots. They trail the Martinsburg Bulldogs 12-0, 2:31 to go in the opening quarter. And Gooch, from what you've seen in the early going, what did Parkersburg South do to slow down that juggernaut of a Martinsburg offensive attack?
Well, it's hard to deal with as many skill position players as Martinsburg has that can do so many things on that field of play. Dave Walker very fittingly before the game said he was not going to change his style of play. He has it. They come out throwing. They've been perfect. They moved down the field twice. Now Parkersburg South might have to come out of that run formation that they're trying to run so far. We might have to open it up a bit and try to get back in this game and score.
Well, obviously a big edge in the early going in the total yards to Martinsburg, and Sowers is directly related to 107 of the Bulldogs' 113 total yards here in the early going. Kickoff from the 13 across the 30. He's still running. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 30. Harshbarger on the return, and that's where Parkersburg South will start first and 10. Key drive coming up for Parkersburg South, trying to answer the 2 early touchdowns by the Martinsburg Bulldogs and get some semblance of the momentum back.
Now, Parkersburg South over the season has shown the ability to throw the football, but as Steve told us earlier, first of all, did not want to throw the football today. He's not going to have a choice now, and you got a great one out there in Ryan Dawson. Might be time to see if you could single him on a cornerback or get him into a hole in cover 2 and let him make some plays.
Merrill under center. Again, they'll go with 3 backs, no wide receivers. Harshbarger on the move. This is Merrill on the keeper, and he's got good yardage. Merrill still running, got the first down across the 45, and that's a gain of 11.
Or you can take a page from Martinsburg's book and let the quarterback do it instead.
Let's head it down to Steve McGehee, who's got more on Mike Duvall, who's really had a terrific resurgence of the program at Parkersburg South. And we'll catch up with Steve in just a moment. 1st and 10 now for Parkersburg South after Merrill's 11-yard gain, operating from their own 46-yard line. And Gum nearly lost that football, but managed to take the handoff and takes it out to midfield.
I tell you, if you're Martinsburg's defensive coach, is one thing that's got to be unsettling is the yards after contact that these guys are getting on the kickoff. The Martinsburg, Mr. Harshbarger broke about 6 tackles. Ryan Mail ran over a defensive back when he got his yards, and Ben Gum there 2 or 3 yards after contact.
Well, we've made contact with Steve McGehee, so let's check him out and see what he's got to say about Mike Duvall. Steve?
Well, gentlemen, I got stuck in the mud, but I'm back. Before Mike Duvall arrived at Parkersburg South, they made it to playoffs just twice since Parkersburg South opened up the doors for business back in 1967. The ball arrived 3 years ago. They've been in the playoffs all 3 years. His record so far, 34-5, entering this evening's football game.
All right, Steve, thanks a lot. And Mike Duvall had to like that carry. Harshbarger bowled over a defensive back for Martinsburg and picked up the 1st down.
They seem to be having the most success when they use Harshbarger and use that pull, that counter pull over to the right side. You see another missed tackle. Sowers takes him down the secondary, but not until he got to the 1st down marker.
Harshbarger had a 67 rushing yards on 11 carries last week at Morgantown. And he had a big 43-yard second-half touchdown to put away their win in the regular season over their arch rivals, the Parkersburg Big Reds. Parkersburg South continues to stay on the ground. They go off the right side this time, but a flag is down.
This might be a key for Martinsburg to regroup. Their defensive line is getting pushed off the ball. They're getting Parkersburg South getting 6-7 yards on 1st down. That can't keep going on. Unfortunately, though, it's a face mask, and it's against Martinsburg, so when it rains, it pours, I suppose.
5-yard face mask on the defense.
Well, one of the Martinsburg players had a face shield on. Danye Bennett had a face shield on because of the mud, and the officials made him take it off.
Sure, you can see a lot more clearly now. There you go.
And the mud can get in there a lot more easily as well. 1st and 10 for Parkersburg South at the Martinsburg 33. A little bit of a mix-up in the handoff from Merrill to Harshbarger, and he is dropped. It'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
That was number 50, Russell Drury, coming in, slashing in from a linebacker spot. Tried a little misdirection action. He was not fooled. Harshbarger's been the man early on. He just keyed on him, made a solid tackle in the backfield.
And Drury, 6 foot, 195 pounds, a senior, leading tackler this year for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. We'll see if Parkersburg South gets this play off before the end of the opening quarter. And it looks like Merrill will allow the clock to run out. And he, in fact, does just that. 1st quarter is in the books here at Wheeling Island Stadium. The Martinsburg Bulldogs, with a pair of 1st quarter touchdowns, head to the 2nd period, leading Mike Duvall's Parkersburg South Patriots 12-0.
At Sport Mart Superstore, the selection of sports equipment and athletic wear is huge. Whether it's basketball, fishing, skiing, billiards, athletic shoes, or fitness gear, we're here to fill your every athletic need. Sport Mart Superstore has provided generations of families with the equipment they need to experience those magical athletic moments. We have also provided the leagues and schools throughout the state with equipment and uniforms. Sport Mart Superstore, keeping the athlete fit and fitted for over 70 years.
Across the world or across the state, no one communicates better than FiberNet. Sign up today for our residential phone service package with all the features that make communicating so much better. This includes our low-cost, high-quality wire-fire dial-up internet access. Only $59.90 per month. Enjoy unlimited local calling in the entire state of West Virginia. That means no more charges for in-state long-distance calling. Call toll-free or sign up online. FiberNet. Across the world or across the state, no one communicates better.
Collins Career Center Adult Education at Chesapeake, Ohio offers the training you need to compete in today's job market. The dedicated teaching staff will guide you toward the state-of-the-art skills essential to an ever-changing world of employment. With financial aid for those who qualify and secondary high school programs also available, begin your successful career with the best training and hands-on experience only Collins can provide. Call today for your free catalog and explore a world of opportunity. Collins Career Center, your future starts here.
Say it! Uh-oh. Better get Mako. Cut.
See Mako for Ambassador Paint, $229, and get a free estimate on body repair.
Win big this holiday season. Be the 13th caller during 13 News at 5 and win a $250 Huntington Mall gift certificate. Just watch 13 News at 5 and win big.
Watch 13 News, voted AP's outstanding news operation.
The West Virginia Super 6 Championship games are being brought to you this afternoon by Dodge and your local Dodge dealers. Grab life by the horns. And by West Banco. Set to head to the second quarter here at muddy Wheeling Island Stadium, and Martinsburg has not been deterred offensively by the mud. They have a 12-0 lead, but the Parkersburg South Patriots putting together a good drive. It's second down and 11 as they operate from the Martinsburg 34. Merrill on the keeper, on the option. Good cutback. One man to beat. Merrill's on his way inside the 5. Touchdown, Parkersburg South. And the Patriots are right back in this game. A 34-yard touchdown run by Ryan Merrill.
Outstanding play call, outstanding job of running by Ryan Merrill. The first time that we have seen the option today from the Patriots. They run it to the short side of the field over on the right side, and Merrill just made a great cutback. Got himself in the end zone. Totally fooled Brandon Barrett, the last man who could have stopped him.
Well, we'll see now how Parkersburg South handles the point after attempts. Martinsburg, en route to their early 12-0 lead, missed both of their point after attempts. One on an incomplete pass and the first one on a failed kick attempt. So Evan Campbell is on to attempt the extra point. And he boots it up, and he swung it wide to the right.
He hooked it. So far, that special teams, those extra points and special teams attempts are really, really hurting both teams. Big opportunity there by Parkersburg South. But look at the blocking, the option keeper, the cutback here by Merrill. This is where it hurts defensive players when they're trying to tackle an offensive player. He knows when he's going to change directions. Brandon Barrett doesn't, but he doesn't have the ability to stay with him. Barrett totally fooled on that one. Merrill cuts it back. He's in for the score.
Well, we thought that maybe rushing the football for a touchdown, we might see Ben Gum. He's had 21 touchdowns. Harshbarger with 4, Eckerd with 2. But it's Merrill who really made some great moves in the open field and takes it 34 yards for the score.
It's old school football right here. T formation. You got the quarterback keeping the ball on the option. This is the way they used to play the game back in the day. This is great.
Gooch, I told you you're going to need your calculator for this game. Now, I don't know if a solar-powered calculator would work this afternoon here in Wheeling. Of course, the weather this afternoon here in the northern panhandle, far superior to the conditions we had last night.
Unfortunately, with all that snow, it's chewed up the field. It was a gorgeous afternoon, not too much wind. A great afternoon for football. I'll tell you one thing we have not seen so far, and that's the X factor, also known as turnovers. First turnover in this game may be very pivotal.
Wondering about the field conditions. Look at all the mud. Now, there was plenty of sawdust put down on the sidelines prior to the game, but now you've got kind of a sawdust mud mix.
That gets chewed up, and those are players that are going to have to go in the game at a moment's notice. Now you got mud all over the cleats, and you can't get any track.
Makes for good television, though, doesn't it?
It does.
Campbell with a kick. And this will be Sowers. Sowers slips one tackle. And he'll be stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, after Martinsburg had plenty of momentum early in this game, Parkersburg South refusing to go away from their run the football mantra, and they made it pay off. Now let's see how the Bulldogs respond. Sowers has been flawless so far. This is, I believe, his 3rd offensive series.
So who are the Martinsburg Bulldogs anyway from the Eastern Panhandle? Well, you can see where Martinsburg is located, far in the right corner of the state of West Virginia in the Eastern Panhandle. Head football coach Dave Walker. Here's Barrett on the carry. And Barrett not going anywhere. Good pursuit by Parkersburg South, and now you kind of the fans across the way of the Patriots, over 4,000 of them bought tickets through the school, and who knows how many more bought tickets today in Wheeling, having something to cheer about for a change.
You mentioned how quiet they were early, Dave. You knew they wouldn't be quiet for too long, and now with both sides bringing such a strong following, this game could get very loud very fast. Thank goodness we have these headsets.
Yeah. Gain of a yard, second down and 9 at 32. The fake to Hamilton. Here's Sowers backpedaling, throwing, incomplete. And boy, you could tell right there how much Barrett was affected by the mud. There was no way he could stop and try to come back to that football.
Not only that, but the ball slipped coming out of Sowers' hands. He's thrown poorly because it slipped out of his hands. You see him cleaning him right there. It's going to be a challenge for both teams, and especially Martinsburg, because they put the ball in the air. That's the game they play. It's how they got here. That's how they're going to win this game.
Parkersburg South, their fans now coming to their feet because, lo and behold, their defense has a chance to stop Martinsburg for the first time this afternoon. Sowers, well, I guess he's not perfect. That was his first incomplete pass of this championship game.
Very slide on this one.
And a flag comes down.
We might have an illegal formation on Martinsburg on this play.
Here's the call.
Dead ball, encroachment on the offense.
All right, well, we've seen encroachment called against the Parkersburg South defense. This time encroachment was called against Martinsburg's offense.
Guessing one of those wide receivers was just lined up a little bit too far on the other side of the line of scrimmage there.
Exactly.
Makes a bad situation even worse for Martinsburg. Now Parkersburg South's defense can pin the ears back, go right after Sowers. You've got to make sure you keep containment. Don't let him get to the outside.
So this Martinsburg offense that was rolling downhill in the first quarter, now hitting a little bit of adversity here, facing 3rd and 14 from the 27. A fumble on the play. Ball's loose. Martinsburg got right back on it. But the Bulldogs are going to have to punt for the first time.
There's that slippery ball coming into effect once again. Parkersburg South was bringing one linebacker and everyone else was kind of sitting back in a shell near the first down marker, but it was a moot point because the center quarterback exchange was no good.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no good is an understatement. He just hit number 76. He just did not have a grip on that ball at all, Ben Sager.
Brandon Barrett not only scores the majority of the touchdowns for Martinsburg, he's also the punter. And a flag comes in, another flag.
Well, looks like we got too many men on the field.
12 men on the field looks like is going to be the call.
Yeah, that'll help us with field position. Right?
I know this is the postseason, but you can't play with 12.
Dead ball, illegal substitution on the defense.
You know, I'm sorry, Dave. In the preceding rounds, Martinsburg was having a lot of problems with substitutions to a point where Dave Walker had to address his team and really clamp down on it. But this time it was Parkersburg South with the penalty.
Won't affect the punt situation. A 5-yard mark off. 4th down and 13 at the 23. Dual safeties for Parkersburg South await this punt from Brandon Barrett. Look at the mud.
I don't know how we're going to pick these guys out in third quarter.
I'm working on that. And the ball splats and lands squarely on the 30-yard line of Parkersburg South. A 42-yard punt, no return. Mike Duvall and the Parkersburg South Patriots will have the football when we return to Wheeling in a moment. They trail 12-6.
Can I help you, sir?
No, thanks. I'm looking for space, great features. I got it. DVD? Oh, that's so cool.
Talk about versatile. Didn't see that yet.
Hello?
So, did you find what you want?
Yep.
Need a little help now?
Yep.
Find what you're looking for at the Chrysler year-end sales drive, like 0% financing for up to 60 months or cash allowances up to $4,000, plus our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Hurry to your Chrysler dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
Right now, it's a great time to buy or refinance your home. And a Westbanco mortgage equity package saves you time and money doing both. Your mortgage with a no-fee home equity line of credit or just a line of credit as low as 4.5% APR. Get the money for that new addition, the vacation you've always wanted, college for the kids, or a new car. Lock in a great rate with a Westbanco mortgage equity package now. Westbanco. Small enough to listen, big enough to help.
9:46 to go until halftime. Martinsburg with a 12-6 lead, but Parkersburg South has the football. Let's send it down to Tony Gasick, who's standing by with Mike Hayden, the executive secretary of the West Virginia SSAC and the former head coach of Parkersburg South. Tony?
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. I am here with Mike Hayden, and we got a heck of a football game going on right now.
You know, you were hunting all over the place trying to find me. I was trying to get away from you.
I'll tell you what, we're seeing a great venue with two of the top teams in the state. You got to be pleased with the way things are going.
I'll tell you what, both teams are playing extremely hard, and I know there's people that are criticizing the field, but these people up here have done a great job at trying to get this field in shape. And, you know, this is football.
this
mud, you know, John Madden would be happy right now. He would be ecstatic. And, you know, the kids are doing well in spite of the conditions and the weather. And there's nothing we can do about this. Just go ahead and play the game and have fun, and that's what they're doing.
And for that matter, we're ending, we could have quite a finish on our hands with the way this one's going, and you guys got to love that.
Oh, my goodness gracious. We had an overtime game last night. This one's looking like it could go that way. You know, I know it's early yet, but both of these teams are playing extremely hard, and then we got another one tonight that could go the same way.
Mike, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's go back up to the booth.
All right, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Tony. Well, the heart of Mike Duvall jumped right up into his throat as on that time, Merrill whipped the football back to Aaron Dobson.
Yeah, right about here, I think Coach Duvall lost a year of his life, but Dobson jumped on that ball. First time we saw the shotgun formation from Parkersburg South. Very interesting what Martinsburg did. Cover zero, no safeties, straight man, didn't matter.
So after Parkersburg South was able to hold Martinsburg for the first time this afternoon, Parkersburg South now facing 3rd down and 22, and Ryan Merrill has yet to throw a pass in this game, and Parkersburg South wants to talk this over, and they'll take the first of their 3 timeouts here in the first half.
I think that this drive, setting the tone for this drive was number 34 from Martinsburg. Brandon Hamilton came up on 1st down and really stuck that running back, forced Parkersburg South in 3rd and long.
Mike Duvall wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. Martinsburg leads Parkersburg South 12-6.
To release, press the red button. Note the 2-power mid-cabin doors and aft hatch. And enjoy the movie on the DVD screen.
Take off to the Dodge year-end sales drive. Grab Caravan with 0% financing for 60 months or up to a $4,000 cash allowance. Plus now for a limited time, buy or lease a new Caravan and get a $500 Toys R Us gift card.
Bye-bye. See you. Thanks for choosing Dodge.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
We had a little get-together.
It was his fault.
So we called our old insurance company.
I know we only have one policy.
We told them we needed 2 tow trucks and 2 rental cars.
But we have 2 cars.
You get what you pay for.
That's when we switched to Nationwide. We can work with Nationwide over the phone, over the net, or with an agent who really understands.
She understands it was your fault.
Nationwide is on your side.
Well, it looks like Mad Max is the only guy on the Parkersburg South sideline with a clean uniform.
Give him a little coaching advice there.
Yeah, I think it would probably be good for Martinsburg if he did not get into this game. 3rd down and 22. See if Merrill attempts his first pass. Nope. Going to keep it on the ground. be brought down far short of the first down. But you know, Gooch, it looks like Parkersburg South has had some success running the football here in the first half.
They have. That big play by Hamilton, that was a huge play because it forced Parkersburg South into 2nd and 3rd and long. Hey, if Martinsburg can't stop you from running the ball, you get 6 yards per every first down. Why stop? But I guess right now Coach Duvall willing to play the field position game and punt and let his defense on the field to stop Martinsburg.
Parkersburg South with 95 rushing yards here in the first half. 0 passing yards, but 95 yards on the ground. Here's Merrill to punt. Just got it away. And that one is going to sail out of bounds, and so great field position upcoming for Martinsburg. They'll start this drive in Parkersburg South territory.
I tell you, Merrill must have forgot those acting classes. That one was a lot closer. He probably could have gotten the call with a nice acting job on that one. Nevertheless, the net of that from the first down marker might have been 4 or 5 yards. They're having a problem punting the ball. They obviously don't want to kick it to Sowers or Barrett, but you give up field position, and that's just another weapon that Martinsburg uses to fuel their offense.
That was a 15-yard punt. So the Bulldogs will start this drive from the Parkersburg South 42. 7.5 minutes to go first half. Here's Sowers. He's been laser sharp here in the first half. Sends it down the field. Pass is caught. What a great catch. Adrian Haskins.
You need to watch Adrian Haskins, folks. This kid he's a senior, and he's really made big plays for him against Cabell Midland. He did 32 yards on that one. Haskins just went up, made a play on the football. Sowers underthrew it just a little bit. Haskins just went up there and made a play, was isolating out on the left side. With Brandon Barrett on that side, Barrett was in the slot, ran to the middle of the field, isolate Haskins. That's just a great play.
Cody Gorel had good coverage. That was just a great play by Haskins. Now Sowers on the run. And he will reach the 5-yard line for a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 5.
You get down inside the 10 and 5-yard lines on both sides of the field is when the footing gets a little bit extra sloppy. It's important to take those short, choppy steps if you're a lineman, make contact, and make sure you keep your base under you so you don't slip.
Halftime show coming up. Bennett will take a closer look at him, and we'll take an inside look at the way this Parkersburg South football team was put together, their team growth, and of course we'll have all the stats and highlights. Sowers on the pass, incomplete.
That was a great play by Brandon Barrett right there to knock that ball down because it would have been intercepted. Same play they ran for the first touchdown before, except that screen was setting up to cut back into the inside. Another football slipping off of Mr. Sowers' hands. You see him cleaning those hands off right now. You know, they take those footballs off, they clean them on the sidelines. There's just only so much you can do once they get on the field.
Incomplete pass stops the clock. 6:23 to go in the first half. Martinsburg scored touchdowns on their first 2 possessions of the first quarter, and they're threatening again. It's 3rd down and goal. Sowers inside the 5, powering to the goal line. Touchdown, Martinsburg. 5-yard touchdown run by Nate Sowers, and Martinsburg extends their lead. It's 18-6.
That time Sowers keeps to the wide side of the field, motion the receiver out of there so no one is there but the cornerback for containing on the outside. Just runs the ball to the end of the line of scrimmage, runs over a couple guys at the end of it. Here you see, now they had motioned the receiver away from this side just to get that extra defender out of there, and then that's just Sowers lowering the shoulder, getting that extra yard that you need.
Well, prior to the extra point attempt, Martinsburg has decided to call a timeout. So they've burned their 2nd timeout, and they have 1 remaining.
You're up by 12 points here. Do you go for 2, or do you kick the extra point? I guess that's the question they're asking on the side.
I think you go for 2 here.
I don't see a problem with going for 2 either. Trying to get yourself up by 14 points.
And if they convert it, it'll be the first time a point after conversion has been successful.
It will.
Look at that mud. Sowers just caked in mud.
I tell you, Sowers is making a lot of plays for this team. He is the difference so far in the game. Breaks an arm tackle there, runs over a player there, and he's into the end zone. got those first 2 yards because of a scheme. Nice block there by Hamilton. You saw at the bottom of the screen. And right there, that's just desire. The last 2 or 3 yards to get in the end zone, that's just desire.
And they are going to go for 2. Sowers, just a junior. He'll be back. The lefty quarterback swinging to the left. Holding, throwing, pass caught, 2-point conversion. Brandon Barrett on the receiving end.
Another nice play by Martinsburg. That time the formation was much more bunched together. Brought Brandon Barrett dragging across, and he was in motion. Just ran a little drag route to the end of the end zone, and Sowers put the ball in his hands.
Put it right on the money, right on number 5. Sowers, not a perfect spiral.
Yeah, not the most aesthetically pleasing pass, but got the job done.
So Martinsburg's in the end zone again, and they've extended their lead over Parkersburg South to 20-6.
From Pikeville to Charleston, the only place to buy a new Toyota isn't in Williamson. It isn't in Madison, and it isn't in Logan. The only place to buy a new Toyota from Pikeville to Charleston is at Mike Farrell Toyota in Chapmanville. Shop Mike Farrell now for the best selection ever on some of the hottest vehicles in America. New Camrys, new 4Runners, new Tacomas and Tundras for a great selection and great prices on your new Toyota. Just try Mike Farrell Toyota on Corridor G in Chapmanville.
When planning the success of your business, contact the partnership of Ohio University Southern and Collins Career Center. Training Solutions. Training Solutions offers comprehensive courses in business and computer technology. Quality training from their knowledgeable staff gives your company the competitive edge in the constantly changing world of business and industry. Training Solutions even offers customized courses and training that fits specific needs. Certification services also available. Contact Training Solutions today, providing solutions for your company's climb to success.
Martinsburg now holding their largest lead at 20-6. The Bulldogs had a 12-0 lead. Parkersburg South scored a touchdown to make it 12-6, and now the Bulldogs. Nate Sowers, a 5-yard touchdown run, and then a 2-point conversion pass to Brandon Barrett. It's 20-6. Gooch, this is not a misprint. Martinsburg is used to getting out quickly. They outscored their opposition in the first quarter this year, 193-7.
Coming into the playoffs, Coach Walker was concerned that his team had not played any close games. He was actually happy that Cabell Minton tied them 14-0 late in the third quarter, as happy as you could be as a coach of the team, because he got to see what the team was made of when the game was tight late in the game. And well, they certainly responded. They're responding here today.
Now we'll see how Parkersburg South responds on this kickoff. Return by Isaac Hawkins, and the senior goes down hard.
Brandon Barrett.
Barrett doesn't leave the field.
No, he's pretty much everywhere for these guys. He does so many things for this team. Punts. He'd fill the water bottles if they didn't need him on the field, I'm sure.
Let's send it down to Steve McGehee for more on Brandon Barrett.
Well, this is the first chance I've had to see Brandon Barrett play in person. I'm impressed mostly by his hands. Excellent hands for a wide receiver. He's one of the top high school seniors for receivers out there in the country. It's no wonder Ohio State and West Virginia want his services next year.
Yeah, no question about that. Thanks, Steve. Well, despite being down 20-6, Parkersburg South not going to break the game plan. They're going to continue to run the football. And that's the kind of stuff that got them here. Kent Harshbarger on the first down carry picks up 4 yards at 2nd down and 6.
It's very hard on Martinsburg's defense because the Parkersburg South, even though they're in that bunch T formation, the offensive lineman splits are so wide. Look how wide, look at the gap between the center and the guard. That spreads out Martinsburg's defensive line, and because the linebackers don't have good traction, they can't get a good charge up the field.
That's a good point. Ball is in the mud for a moment. Merrill reached down after the botched exchange with the center, Nathan Harkness, and picked it up and carried it forward for a gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd and a yard.
Look at right there. The way things have gone for Parkersburg South on the ground, you have to figure they're going to pick this first down up.
Now, see, Merrill needs a towel. Do you see his wipe his hands off the left guard, yeah. Justin Kidder?
Oh, well, he's got a towel, but that thing doesn't look like it's going to work too well for him.
3rd and a yard from the 37. It's a keeper. And it's going to depend on the spot.
Good job by the defensive line there by Martinsburg. They brought in the nose guard. I'd like to tell you it was Ben Sager. I'm not totally sure because of the mud there, but he stood up the center, and that's right where Merrill wanted to go, so that's why this is even close.
Going to measure this. This is going to be close.
And I think that's a big key for Martinsburg. They need to slow down this Parkersburg South running attack on first down and force them into a passing situation. They got it.
Just picked it up. It's the 5th straight year that a team from Parkersburg has played for the Class AAA title. The Big Reds of Parkersburg High claimed the crown in '99 and 2001 before losing the title game in 2000. And of course, Parkersburg South and their resurgence, they've made it to the championship game now in 2 consecutive seasons in Class AAA. 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Look at those fumbles. None lost, however, for either team at this point, and that's really surprising. Keeping it on the ground. Across the 40 and up to the 43.
I think that's Harshbarger. Is it?
I was going to say, wow. I thought it was gum.
Boy, his uniform, he could be Red Grange for all we know.
Look at that.
My goodness. It was a nice run, whoever that is. It probably is gum, you know. He got his uniform dirty on the first play. It looked like he liked it that way.
Well, Gum's the fullback. Here's Gum. And he will take it up to the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
More chuck yards, more yards after contact, another 3rd and short. This is going to let Parkersburg South get right back into this ball game. You know, you were talking about Parkersburg High. I saw one of their alums, and one of their more famous alums out there in Wood County, Mark Kimes, playing for West Virginia Wednesday, led them to a WBIC title this year.
Hey, that's absolutely true. And don't forget that former Parkersburg coach Craig Farnsworth is an assistant at Martinsburg.
That's true.
Flags are down. And the ball carrier does get the 1st down near the 49-yard line, but I got to believe this one's coming back.
It's almost like a guessing game here. It's some kind of motion penalty.
Boy, with all the mud on the field, the difference between 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 6 is a big difference.
Whenever Martinsburg forces Parkersburg South to run against an extra defensive lineman, they have much more success. And the officials might malfunctioned a bit there, but it wasn't illegal motion.
Yep.
Whenever it's 1st and 10 and Martinsburg has their base defense, Parkersburg South runs against them quite successfully, but when they bring in the extra lineman in short yardage, it's a lot better. You wonder if Walker might gamble on 1st down.
Parkersburg South 1 for 3 today on 3rd down conversions. Fake to Gum, and that's a face mask, and that's going to be an automatic 1st down.
That was a nice play by Carl Redmond, except he grabbed the wrong part of Mr. Merrill, grabbed it right by the face mask. That's a 15-yard penalty right there. You see him shoot the gap, evades the tackle, but oh my, yeah, that can hurt. And he knew it as soon as he got up.
Personal foul, face mask on a defense.
It's so tough, Dave. You're a defensive player. You're so charged up. You finally evade that block. You're in the backfield. You see him going, and you're doing anything you can to grab him. And as soon as he grabbed that hard plastic, he knew he was in trouble.
So that illegal motion penalty changed the situation from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6. But Parkersburg South takes advantage of that 15-yard mark-off for the face mask penalty to move into Martinsburg territory at the 48. It's 1st and 10. Mike Duvall looking to get another touchdown up on the board. Get a little closer. They trail by 14, 20-6.
Still running that base defensive front.
Fake to Gum. Merrill wants to throw. Pass incomplete up at the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
So a new wrinkle there for the Parkersburg South offense. The pass just wasn't executed. An underrated aspect of throwing, of course, people think of the quarterback's arm and the ball, but it's also the feet. They need to have their base under them to be able to plant and throw, and that's also hard on a field like this.
And really, that pass was intended for the split end Ryan Dawson, one of the best players in the state of West Virginia. And his effectiveness in this game has really been diminished by the field conditions. 2nd down and 10. This is Gum. Fights his, takes a big hit as he reaches the 44-yard line. So that's a pickup of nearly 5. It'll be 3rd down and a long 5.
And again, I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, Dave. Russell Drury made contact with Gum at about the 48-yard line. Gum went 3 more yards before the safety came up and hit him. Can't have that if you're Martinsburg's defense. Eventually they will get worn down.
Parkersburg South has 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. Ryan Dawson is to the left of the formation. They continue to operate from the tee. Here's Merrill. The handoff to Gum. Gum powers his way across the 40-yard line up to the 39. He's close to the first down. And the official has already signaled they are shy of the first down, but it's going to be 4th and less than a yard.
A great run there by Gum, squeezing through a very small crack on the right side of the line, fighting for extra yards. 4th and short here, just inside the 40. I got to think the ball's going to go.
They're going to go for this. Remember, in the first quarter, they had a 4th and 1 in Martinsburg territory, opted to punt, but now trailing 20-6 with 90 seconds left in the first half. They'll go for it on 4th and less than a yard. Merrill, Gum, off the right side. Forward progress is going to get it.
Just barely, just barely. And again, when Martinsburg brought in that extra nose guard, they've had much more success slanting and stopping the running attack.
Gonna be close enough to measure.
I tell you, that's totally that defensive line. When they have enough bodies in there to stop the offensive line from pushing them and getting to the linebacker level, they have a lot more success. But those linebackers have got to do a better job of standing up the running backs and dragging them down on contact.
I thought Gum's initial forward motion was enough to pick up the first down. It's going to be close.
He didn't get it.
Look how close it was, but he did not pick up the first down.
Parkersburg South has been basically in this T formation the whole game. Disappointment on Gum's face, among other things. And as soon as Martinsburg comes in with that extra lineman, look at the contact. As soon as he gets the football, slips off that tackle, but more bodies there, more people in the hole. The offensive line can't get to that second level and create seams, and Martinsburg gets the ball back.
So now with 1:16 to go in the first half and a 20-6 lead, we'll see how Dave Walker opts to play this. 4 wide. Sowers to throw. And the pass is pulled in by Aaron Stokes, but Stokes picks up about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Clock continues to run.
Great play out there by number 35 for Parkersburg South. He had Haskins one-on-one with him. Haskins was supposed to make that block on him, but Steve Wade fought through the block, made the tackle as soon as the ball was caught.
Look at the edge for the Bulldogs in passing yards.
And it's impossible for Dawson to get into the game when they can't get the ball to him, and that's really not their strategy today so far.
And it was Parkersburg South that opted to take a timeout, stopping the clock with 53 seconds remaining.
Well, if you're Martinsburg, I guess the question is, do you go for it and try to really get up by 3 scores here before the half and give yourself a huge edge, or are you content with a 20-6 lead? Do you run the football, avoid the turnover that has not happened yet, and go in at halftime and regroup?
Let's send it down to Tony Gasick for more on what's going on in the trenches. Tony?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Gooch is going to like this one. I talked to one of the offensive linemen from Martinsburg, Ben Sager, and he said we are getting by far a better push on Parkersburg South defensive line. He said you really can't get much of a drive, but you can sort of, they're definitely getting a better push inside, and that's really added up to the success. He just kept smiling. He was very confident about the O-line. And Gooch, I know you're a big fan of the big boys down there, and that man's certainly doing his job today.
That's what I'm talking about, man. The big uglies. You don't win without them. You do not win without them.
So following the timeout, 2nd down and 9. Going to run this football. Hand off to Hamilton. And Hamilton cracks across the 40, and it's third down, and the clock continues to run. Parkersburg South has one more timeout, and they will burn it here.
That's very interesting. They have not even attempted to return a punt today. So far, they've been willing to let the ball hit the mud and just stop. So I think what Coach Duvall is trying to do, I guess, is give his punt team a chance to return something or get his offense on the field, but he hadn't shown the willingness, at least so far, to open it up and throw the ball.
Or maybe get an opportunity to block a punt.
That's also true.
Now, this is the second time in this calendar year that Parkersburg South and Martinsburg have played for a state title. In March, in Charleston, these two teams hooked up for the Class AAA basketball championship. Parkersburg South won that game, 68-57. You know, it looks like Parkersburg South is going to trail at halftime in this championship football game. They trailed at halftime in the AAA championship basketball game, 31-23 to Martinsburg before they came roaring back. Matt Shamlin scored 31 of his game-high 39 points in the comeback for the Patriots.
Matt Shamlin had an unbelievable game at the Civic Center.
And, of course, Shamlin was hampered in the football playoffs last year. He suffered a broken foot against Wheeling Park and really was not at 100% as Parkersburg South lost to Morgantown last year. Patriots had 9 turnovers in that game. Third down and 8. Here's Barrett. Little cross-buck action, and really Barrett was unable to get rolling. So it's fourth down. Parkersburg South is out of timeouts, and the clock continues to run.
The big key for Martinsburg here, make sure there's a clean snap and a quick kick. It doesn't have to go far. It just has to get out of their side of the field.
I don't think Martinsburg's even going to kick this football. There's about a 3-second differential between the clock and the game clock. They don't even have to kick the ball. So Martinsburg leaves the field with a 20-6 lead here at halftime over the Patriots of Parkersburg South. Let's send it down to Tony Gasick. Tony?
Thanks, guys. I'm standing here with Coach Dave Walker. First and foremost, you got to be pleased right now with the lead.
Yeah, I am. I'm really pleased to be where we're at, but you know, it's not good enough. It's not going to be good enough. We got to get in the end zone a few more times.
Especially right off the bat, you guys were able to see move right down the field, score quickly. Did that surprise you, or did that just seem like, yeah, we did make you more confident that, yeah, we can handle this?
Well, we've done that all year, but you know, Nate having that great kick return really sparked us there. So maybe we got that one in on emotion. I don't know.
Coach, thank you very much. Good luck in the second half. We'll catch up with you more then.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, back up to the booth.
All right, Tony, thanks. So we're at halftime. The Martinsburg Bulldogs with a 20-6 lead on the Patriots of Wheeling, or on Parkersburg South. We'll leave Wheeling Island Stadium for a moment and return with our halftime activities in just a moment. You're watching a special championship edition of the Sports Zone.
$378. 04 Jeep Grand Cherokee loaded $378 a month. This week at the all-new Tri-State Chrysler Jeep. Over 100 to choose from. New 04 Jeep Grand Cherokees, $378 a month. Only at the all-new Tri-State Chrysler Jeep. 29th Street exit off I-64 in Huntington.
At Kelly's, we've been doing it right since 1934. Just one stop is all it takes to make Christmas perfect. With a new suit from Kelly's, he can dress like he means it. Shoes and accessories, too. Plus, you'll find huge selections of better sportswear for men and for women. Or how about a Kelly's gift certificate? It's all at Kelly's and gift wrap free. And you always park free. Kelly's, exit 58C off I-64. Proud member of Kanawha Independent Merchants.
You hit his car.
So, boys, what do you have to say for yourself?
Uh-oh, better get Mako.
See Mako for Ambassador Paint, $229, and get a free estimate on body repair.
Watch 13 News live at 5 with anchors Kristen Farley and Keith Jones with a dedicated news team of more than 150 news professionals gathering news that impacts you and your family. 13 News live at 5, providing information about your town, your state, your future.
$315. 04 Jeep Liberties, $315 a month. Only at the all-new Tri-State Chrysler Jeep. For a limited time, 04 Jeep Liberties loaded $315 a month. This week at the all-new Tri-State Chrysler Jeep, located 29th Street exit off I-64 in Huntington.
315. 315. 04 Jeep Liberties, $315 a month. Only at the all-new Tri-State Chrysler Jeep, located 29th Street exit off I-64 in Huntington.
315. 315. 04 Jeep Liberties, $315 a month. Only at the all-new Tri-State Chrysler Jeep, located 29th Street exit off I-64 in Huntington.
We're at halftime at Wheeling Island Stadium, where Parkersburg South is trailing the Martinsburg Bulldogs 20-6. And Gooch, Martinsburg's outstanding offense, Sowers and Barrett, they've been as good as advertised here in the first 2 quarters.
Number 2 has been the difference in this ball game from the opening kickoff, being able to run with the football. He's thrown for a touchdown. He's run for a touchdown. He's the X factor. He's the difference that's really put Martinsburg in the league.
You know, we enjoy the Super 6. We love coming to the Northern Panhandle. The game is a big part, obviously, of what goes on in Wheeling, but it's not the only thing. And before today's championship game, the teams were over at Wheeling Downs, and they took part in a big breakfast. And in that breakfast, they were able to get a little fellowship, get some pretty decent grub, I'm sure, and honor not only athletic achievement, but academic achievement as well in the state of West Virginia. And I guess they played some tunes as well, some live tapes. We'll try to pick those up. But anyway, you can see kind of a tense situation when you're getting ready to play a championship game later that day.
It really gives you the idea that this is not a normal game, and it's not. They've really earned the right to get a little extra treatment, to say, hey, you guys really done some great things in the classroom, on the field, and that just showed it to them, showed the appreciation from everyone in WVSSAC.
Gooch, I know you're going to appreciate this. You qualify for a championship game, you get to come to Wheeling to play for the hardware, but one of the things that the teams also experience when they come to Wheeling Island Stadium for the Super 6, you can't believe the setup in the locker room. It's like the National Football League. The Sarge comes in. He works for the Detroit Fury in the Arena League during the other season, but he always comes back to Wheeling to set up the locker rooms, get the uniforms laid out, polish up the helmets. It's really a thing of beauty. Let's check some of that out.
Just like if you're a father and you just had a brand new boy or girl, I mean, I just love it. When those kids come in that door and they look at their lockers, I can't tell you exactly how their expression is. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I wax their helmets, make sure they shine, because believe it or not, to me, when you're out on that field and the people are looking down, they can see themselves in my helmets. I call them my helmets because I tell you, it's just like, I mean, it's beautiful. And I love when a helmet is shiny. When August comes, a lot of hard work that they put in to get to this game. You got 10 games, you got August, almost 3-4 weeks of practice, a lot of sweat, a lot of injuries. They're hurting. And when they get to this game, I tell you what, I want to see their faces when they come in and see their locker room.
We love the Sarge. He's something else. Well, what about this Parkersburg South Patriot football team? Not a lot of tradition when it comes to Class AAA playoff competition. They hadn't won a game in the playoffs in school history until Mike Duvall got here in 2001. Now they're back in the championship game for the 2nd consecutive year. Sean McDowell takes a look at how this Parkersburg South team was actually built and why they're so successful.
We're going to fake it. Are we going to hand off? Hand off. Okay, you got it. Fantasy football, this isn't. Parkersburg South is in the business of winning football games, and business is very good. The Patriots are back in the Class AAA championship game after winning 9 of their 10 ball games in 2003. South came close 1 year ago before losing to the champs from Morgantown. Mike Duvall's kids are back, another year later and another year wiser.
That's always been my goal. I've always wanted to, just to play in a state championship game, and now that we've had the chance the past 2 years, it means a lot. It says you've came a long way and your teammates have come a long way.
We did learn some things that I think will help us this year from the coaching standpoint, and the fact that we're not going and staying all night. We're going to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to go up and play it just like a normal game. We're not going to have a lot of bonfires and pep assemblies and pep rallies. It's the next game we're playing, and we want our kids staying focused.
Last year, I think, helped us out a little bit going there and knowing what's going to be like playing in front of the crowd and everything. And that's the main thing. That was our goal last year. Since we lost last year, everybody's like, we're going to get back there. We're going to win it this year.
We got to get better. You understand? Sure. Practices didn't make perfect for the Patriots until Duvall became their leader. 3 seasons ago, he took over a Park South club that just wasn't hitting the target. Since then, he's used a different approach to build a ball club of promise.
I don't know that I've done anything other than, number one, make it fun. Try to get as many kids out as we can. We don't even condition. You know, we don't run a lot of sprints. That takes care of itself in the end.
We've always had the talent here at South. It's just he knows how to use it, and he's pretty relaxed, and that helps us. Like, you know, if something bad happens, he doesn't really overreact about anything, and he keeps our heads on and keeps us thinking straight, and that helps us win the games we've won.
Ahead is just where the Patriots have pulled. Football fans no longer overlook the Southsiders in lieu of their neighbors from Parkersburg High. The Patriots have 2 straight wins over the Big Reds, but Duvall's ball club remains a collection of humble heroes.
They're a great football team. You know, in the past they've won, I think, 9 championships. I think we're going to get our first one this year. You know, I really look forward to that. I wouldn't say we're, like, you know, in anyone's shadow, and they're not in ours. We're the same team as they are. You know, we're just from 2 different sides of the town.
This locker room isn't just filled with good football, it's also home to good attitudes. Wood County is suddenly filled with football champions. Consider this, AAA gives Wood County 2 teams. Of course, the Big Reds are always good, and the Patriots will go for their first ever championship this weekend. From Single A, Williamstown will play for a championship this weekend as well, and Parkersburg Catholic also went deep into the playoffs. Coach Duvall and company here at South High School say sharing the spotlight is good for everybody in Wood County.
I'm a big PHS fan. You know, if they're playing in the state playoffs, I'm rooting them on. You know, it doesn't matter what they do. They're from Wood County, just like we are, and we're going to be Big Red fans other than the game that they play against us.
So back when there was just PHS, I think the kids from Williamstown even went there, and you can only imagine what our team would be like if all 3 schools were combined right now. It'd be real tough to have a starting job, but I don't think anybody in the state could even come close to the talent that would be on that team. All 4 teams around here just have a lot of hard work and dedication. We've always wanted, you know, a state title, and that's what motivated all of us to play as well as we have been.
Wins and losses are forgotten in time, but lessons learned never fade. Coach Duvall says winning this weekend's trophy isn't so important as teaching kids values they'll carry forever.
Pop Warner said back in 1912, the greatest victory a coach can have is when you change a boy into a man. And this year we have story after story of kids that have had to learn to grow up, be young men, do what's expected of them, keep from complaining. So whether we win or whether we lose on Saturday, the coaches know we've been pretty successful this year because of the product we've produced.
All right, Sean, thanks a lot for that report. Just to follow up on one point he made about the resurgence in Parkersburg area football, Parkersburg South is in the championship game in AAA this afternoon. Tonight, Williamstown plays for the Class A championship against Moorfield. That's the first time that 2 Wood County teams have played for championships in the same season. So Wood County really has come forward a lot in high school football this season. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, have a look at Brandon Barrett. We're at halftime of the West Virginia Class AAA championship game. And the Martinsburg Bulldogs lead the Parkersburg South Patriots 20-6.
Whether you're a busy parent on the go or a business professional who always needs to be in touch with the office, Black Bear Paging has the right pager for you. With local paging coverage throughout much of West Virginia, Southern Ohio, and Eastern Kentucky, Black Bear Paging has you covered. Visit us on the web at www.blackbearpaging.com or call us toll-free at 1-800-377-6216. Run with the best. Run with the bear. Black Bear, the Tri-State's #1 paging service.
Grand Cherokee, Liberty. You didn't try one of these, did you?
No. Maybe.
They're tough to resist. During the Jeep year-end sales drive, get 0% financing or cash allowances and our 770 powertrain limited warranty on Jeep Liberty, plus a Columbia sportswear jacket with special Columbia edition vehicles. Hurry to your Jeep dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
Across the world or across the state, no one communicates better than FiberNet. Sign up today for our residential phone service package with all the features that make communicating so much better. This includes our low-cost, high-quality wire-fire dial-up internet access. Only $59.90 per month. Enjoy unlimited local calling in the entire state of West Virginia. That means no more charges for in-state long-distance calling. Call toll-free or sign up online. FiberNet. Across the world or across the state, no one communicates better. Kerr's Music World of Charleston specializes in band instruments, band accessories, drum sets and cymbals, guitars, and digital pianos. Kerrs is an authorized dealer of these leading brands. Kerrs also features a multi-talented staff of technicians for quality instrument repair. Private lessons are also available. Kerrs is the leader of band and percussion instrument sales and service in West Virginia and also serves parts of Ohio and Virginia. Kerrs Music World, where instrument quality, service, and price make sure our customers sound their best.
Welcome back live to Wheeling Island Stadium. We're at halftime of the West Virginia Class AAA championship game. The Martinsburg Bulldogs lead the Parkersburg South Patriots 20-6. No question, Brandon Barrett, the reigning Kennedy Award winner, has an outstanding opportunity to go back-to-back with the award that goes to West Virginia's outstanding high school football player. Here in the first half, Gooch, he's been tough.
He has been tough indeed. They move him around. They always move him around in the formation so that they can use him in a great many ways. Here on the two-point conversion, he motioned from the right to the left, dragged across the end zone, caught the two-point conversion, caught the touchdown, the first touchdown for Martinsburg High in this game.
And as far as Brandon Barrett goes, he's been the focus of a lot of recruiting attention. West Virginia, Ohio State, he went to camp at Penn State. He's an outstanding player. I know you got a chance to talk to him.
I did. Made the trip out to Martinsburg to talk to number 5, one of the highest-rated prospects out of West Virginia in some time. Wanted to see what he was thinking right before his final high school game.
He's the Kennedy Award winner for the last 2 years. He got that because he's the best player in the state, and so no, nobody compares to him.
Brandon, he just makes so many plays for us that he's a phenomenal player.
He is the state's highest-rated receiver prospect since Randy Moss. He is the 2002 Kennedy Award winner. He holds several state receiving records. His name is Brandon Barrett, and he's still got room to improve.
So I still need, a lot of work. I'm just trying to come out. We're just working hard. It just got me where I'm at now, so I just continue to work hard, and hopefully good things will happen for me.
Oh, yeah.
Good things have happened for Barrett this season, 63 good things to be specific. And with those 63 good things, the senior wideout has been able to produce 1,070 yards and 20 touchdown receptions. He's also returned 3 punts for touchdowns. He's even run one in for a score.
He finds ways to make plays for us, and a couple of weeks ago or last week against Huntington, he punted us out of the hole a few times and, set our defense up pretty nice.
But for Barrett, there's as much fun to be had without the ball as there is with it. Like, do you enjoy tracking down a linebacker you don't see it?
Well, it's payback. You get to take a lot of, anger out on people, I guess. But just coming down and getting a good block and just help spring a run or something.
Payback. It's a theme the Bulldogs know well. Last season, they were eliminated from the state playoffs in football and basketball by Parkersburg South. The memory of those losses still linger.
Well, it's kind of in the back of my head because, we were supposed to go to states then, but they knocked us off as a good game. And then this past year in basketball, they knocked us off in the state championship game. So, it's a little back of my mind, but it's a new year, it's a new deal, and we're just going to try to bounce back.
The difference this year is the two teams are meeting here at Wheeling Island Stadium on the state's largest stage.
It's first class there. You go there, they shine your helmet and all that, have your stuff ready before you come in game time. Here at home or on the road games, you don't have that everywhere, so it's first class.
Today is just one of many football Saturdays in Brandon Barrett's future. But what everyone in the Mountain State wants to know is, will that future be spent in Columbus, Ohio, or in Morgantown for the West Virginia Mountaineers?
Well, I would just like to get this game over with and then probably go from there. Probably about 2 weeks.
You can't blame number 5 for wanting to wait. After all, there's still one goal left to achieve as a Martinsburg Bulldog.
We don't have one here, so it'd be a great honor to go out 14-0. And with the state championship unbeaten, there's not too much you can ask for. So hopefully we can go there and do that.
From the regular season and the 3 playoff games coming up to this one, 25 receptions, 345 yards, and 5 touchdown catches.
He's been a monster, no question about that. Second half coming up. We'll step aside from Wheeling Island Stadium. Martinsburg leads Parkersburg South 20-6.
This is a Cabell Huntington Hospital news break. I'm Doug Shields. At barely 5 feet tall, Pam Geary used to weigh more than 250 pounds until 2 years ago when she underwent bariatric surgery at Cabell Huntington Hospital.
I've lost 118 pounds and I've kept it off. And it's the best thing that I've ever done for myself.
Pam's operation was performed by Dr. David Denning, who says patients should seek a comprehensive approach to surgical weight loss, including education, dietary assistance, and psychological support.
You should find a place that has a program that's dedicated to it, one that has a nurse coordinator that manages a program, involvement of dietary, because it takes the dietitian to help the patients around the time they have surgery, after surgery, and in long-term maintenance.
Today, Pam is the nurse coordinator of Cabell Huntington's bariatric surgery program, giving her a unique perspective and added compassion when helping her patients. This has been a news break from Cabell Huntington Hospital, your partners for life.
It's the Holiday Mattress Sale going on right now at Mattress Warehouse. Buy today and pay no interest until 2006. That's over 2 years of free financing, and it's only at Mattress Warehouse. Choose from the largest selection of Sealy, Serta, Simmons, and Stearns & Foster mattresses. And save 30, 40, even 50%. Every size, every firmness, every brand is on sale. Plus, take advantage of our free professional delivery service. Hurry in for the best selection. The Holiday Mattress Sale ends soon, only at Mattress Warehouse.
Right now, it's a great time to buy or refinance your home. And a Westbanco mortgage equity package saves you time and money doing both. Your mortgage with a no-fee home equity line of credit or just a line of credit as low as 4.5% APR. Get the money for that new addition. The vacation you've always wanted. College for the kids. Or a new car. Lock in a great rate with a Westbanco mortgage equity package now. Westbanco. Small enough to listen, big enough to help.
The West Virginia Super 6 championship games are being brought to you this afternoon by Dodge and your local Dodge dealers. Grab life by the horns. And by Westbanco. Well, Martinsburg leads Parkersburg South 20-6. Patriots head coach Mike Duvall standing by. Let's send down to the field for more.
Well, Mad Mac just came out here and fired up the team and the fans. As far as you, Coach, what did you tell your team to get them fired up, trailing 14?
I just told them that we're still in the ball game, that we're in this thing right to the very end. There's no quitting these kids, and they'll come back and play just fine in the second half.
Before the kickoff, you said the game plan was to run the football more. Will that change in the second half?
No, not right now. We're not going to panic. We're down 20-6. We got a whole half of football left, and we'll play the game we came in with.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Back to the booth.
All right, Steve, thanks a lot. Special edition, championship edition of Sports Zone. Gooch, here's the first half highlights.
Brandon Barrett, opening drive, breaking 2 tackles, gets in for the touchdown, 7-0. The other guy making plays in this game, Nate Sowers, hands off to Brandon Hamilton, breaking tackles, gets in. Parkersburg South using the option. They've stayed in that run formation. It paid off with Dustin Merrill running in for a score. And then it was Sowers who said, you know, that looked pretty fun. Try it myself. Runs around right in, runs over a couple guys, gets into the end zone, and that's where we stand at 20-6. Martinsburg looking to take control of this. Parkersburg South trying to fight back within 1 score.
Maybe one of the big plays of the first half also had to be Martinsburg's stop of Parkersburg South on 4th down and 1 late in the first half when the Patriots were trying to draw a little bit closer. First half stats, no passing yards. That's the thing that jumps out for me by Parkersburg South.
You know, Coach Duvall had his plan, his strategy. He was not going to try to pass the ball. He has not tried to pass the ball. He's thrown one that was really a lateral that was dropped. On the other hand, Martinsburg, they say, we've got here passing. We're going to keep passing, and they have done it. They've been very efficient. The passes haven't been for big yardage, but they've been very key. Both quarterbacks have been key in this ball game.
How about the average yards on first down for Martinsburg in this game? 9.2 yards. Even Mad Max can understand that.
That's right. And, you know, Parkersburg South's average is not as bad either. And the only ominous thing about that, they have run the ball exclusively. When you get that many yards on first down and you're wearing a defense out, that could come back to bite Martinsburg in the 4th quarter.
You know, we give Mad Max a hard time, and it's totally understandable with an outfit like that. But he's actually an English teacher at Parkersburg South High School, so he's got total cred.
He's got the William Wallace thing going on there, I guess.
That's right. All right, we are set to begin the second half, whether Mad Max of Parkersburg South is ready or not.
I don't think they start until he says they're ready.
No, I think he's the guy that's basically running the show. Well, we had so much cold weather, blowing snow last night. Not blowing snow today, but you can see that the field has deteriorated. Lots of mud. That's been a big factor in this game. You can see, look at that.
And it's so many little things. The players' feet and their socks are probably wet, dirty, and the uniforms are a little muddy. And now you got to get your body warmed up once again to play this game. You see Nate blowing it on his hands. Once you get that first half adrenaline out, you sit in the locker room and you start thinking, man, it's cold and nasty out there.
Yeah.
I won't be playing this. What happened to September?
Isaac Hawkins back to receive the kick. We'll see if the ball gets to him. From the 20. An outstanding return all the way out to the 38-yard line. Good field position. An outstanding return by Hawkins in Parkersburg South. How many times in high school football games, Rich, have you seen the initial drive of the third quarter be one of the most important of the game?
Always. Big Mo is always important at this time of the game, and there's no quitting them folks in Parkersburg South. They will fight and scrap to the end. They were behind the entire game against Morgantown until 2 minutes and change left to go. Took the lead. That's all that matters is who's ahead of the final run.
Ryan Dawson is split out wide to the left. Parkersburg South has not completed a pass. Handoff inside. Across the 40, up near the 42-yard line on first down.
Good job by the defensive line that time of Martinsburg. And as you said, Dawson split out to the left. Not seeing much of that today. He's such an impact player, you got to at least try to use him in some fashion. I know Coach DeVault probably got some plans in the works for the second half.
Well, obviously, everybody's jersey is muddy, but I believe that was Harshbarger on that carry for 4 yards. That's confirmed. It's been confirmed. Second down and 6. Here's Gum, the fullback. And he finds some running room. And he's out to midfield for a first down. That's an 8-yard gain for Ben Gum.
Ben Gum leads the team in rushing so far. I thought it would be Harshbarger, but it's been Ben Gum. And I'll tell you, if Carl Redmond doesn't know who he is, he knows now because he just met his shoulder. 59 yards now.
Gum with a dozen carries. Last week in the win at Morgantown, 14-13, 22 carries for 137 yards and the game-winning touchdown.
Man, Carl Redmond just caught the wrong end of a shoulder pad.
Gum lines up directly behind Merrill. They fake it to Gum. Here comes Merrill across the 45 and battling his way down near the Martinsburg 40-yard line. That's a gain of 9.
Showed him that wing T look, and then they run the option out of it. Good job by Merrill to read the end man on the line of scrimmage, cuts up and protects the football. You saw a couple of Bulldog players in there trying to smack that football loose, but he did a good job of keeping the pressure points there, keeping that football in his hands.
Just a quick reminder of our storylines in this game. Martinsburg has never won a Class AAA state championship. Parkersburg South looking for their first AAA state championship. Last year, Parkersburg South went to Martinsburg in the semifinal round, won the game 24-21 without their star Matt Shamlin. That was the last game Martinsburg's lost. Ben Gum on the carry across the 40-yard line down to the 38, and it's a first down.
Parkersburg South have been able to run the ball pretty much the entire afternoon. Just a few plays here and there prevented them from keeping up score for score with Martinsburg. But I'm telling you, this is not good news for the Bulldogs. They really need to slow down this rushing attack and force Parkersburg South into some situations they don't want to be in.
In fact, this is your third consecutive year, Gooch, that these two teams have met in the playoffs. In 2001, Martinsburg beat Parkersburg South in the quarterfinals in Martinsburg. Gum is able to slip one tackle and fall forward. That's good forward momentum as he takes it down to the 35.
Great run by Gum. You can see him starting to wear down those defenders. That time Mike Barber came up and really got a good piece of him, but he went up high. See where he tries to tackle Ben Gum right here. Tackles up high. Shoulder pads to shoulder pads. Gum is going to win that battle. Breaks the tackle, yards after contact.
Of course, when you say Mike Barber, we're not talking about Mike Barber from Winfield and Marshall in the National Football League. This is Mike Barber, spelled Barber like Barber County, B-A-R-B-O-U-R. to the 33-yard line. Parkersburg South continues to keep it on the ground. I want to say that was Gum.
Whoever it was.
No, Harshbarger.
Okay.
Harshbarger.
He really hid among his linemen that time.
See, look on the back, Gooch. You can see Arsh.
There we go. I might have to start counting those football stickers on the back of the helmets.
Hey, that's a good tail sign as well. 3rd down and 5. Got to believe at this point of the ball game, trailing 20-6, this is 4-down territory for Parkersburg South. Merrill to Gum. And look at him go. Gum breaking tackle, still on his feet.
And Gum has been running over everyone, especially on this first drive of the second half. That time he ran over his own blocker. Yards after contact are big with a kid like Ben Gum because he's big, strong, runs with a good pad level. That time had a little crease again, broke through. Watch him at the second level here. Pushes a man out of the way, breaks an arm tackle, runs over his own blockers. Hey, I got places to go, man. You got to get out of the way. Now they're inside the red zone.
Well, you mentioned the dreaded yak, yards after contact. 20-yard gain for Gum. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Merrill. It's Gum again, this time on the left side as he plows his way down to the 10.
When you get down to this part of the field, this is one of the few areas where there's actually some decent footing. It's out on the wide areas of the field, but this left hash at the 10 and the 5, there's actually some decent footing. If you can get one of your runners out there wide, it might be able to give you some cutback maneuvers and catch some defenders slipping.
2nd down, short 7 from the 11. Parkersburg South has controlled the football for the first 5 minutes of the 3rd quarter. This is Gum again inside the 5. And he is close to the 1st down marker.
Once again, his progress is stopped, finds another hole, gets 4 or 5 more yards. Watch him on this play. Progress stopped right there, even though he ran into his own blocker again. But then squirts off, goes to another hole, takes 3 or 4 Bulldogs to take him down.
You can see some of the snow flurries just arriving here in Wheeling Island Stadium. The chain gang's going to come in and measure this one, Duke.
This really is looking like a game for the ages. 10 years from now, they'll be looking at the films, and if John Presenda were around today, he'd be loving it.
Missed it by that much. About a half a yard to go. 3rd down and about 1.5 feet. Gum today, 16 carries, or 17 carries, 93 yards, and there we mentioned the yak, yards after contact, 47.
That's roughly half.
Yep.
Half of his yards after he's been cut. That's a sign of a great fullback, but it's not a good omen for the Martinsburg defense. Third and short, I wonder where the ball's going here, Dave.
I would say it's going to go to number 33, but you can't see 33 on his back.
Well, they might let Mr. Merrill keep it as well.
Yep. And Merrill will keep it. Good call. And he picks up the 1st down.
This is the advantage of running that full-house backfield back there. When you have guys like Harshbarger and Gum, and when they're effective, you start keying a little bit extra on Gum because you know you have to bring a little bit more to bring him down. And once you do that, well, then Merrill's just going to hit you with the misdirection, and then you're in trouble.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line. A touchdown here by Parkersburg South puts the Patriots right back into this game. Merrill looked to the sidelines. I thought he was going to call timeout. Apparently not. They're going to line up and run a play here. Here's Gum trying the right side this time. And Martinsburg wins the battle at the line of scrimmage, but give Gum a gain of about a yard. And coming off the bottom of that dirty, muddy pile is Russell Drury again.
Drury with the old linebacker blitz. Shot the gap, wrapped Gum up before he could really get his engine going. There he is right there, wrapped him up right at the waist, drag him down. Hog-tied him.
Has 10 tackles on the game. 2nd and goal. continues to run inside of 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gum again, right side, touchdown, Parkersburg South.
Well blocked play. Gum got in with ease. And right now, Parkersburg right back in the game. Another interesting decision for Coach Duvall, though. Do you go for 2 and try to get to 6 points, or do you go for the extra point here and just be happy with the 7-point deficit?
You know, Gooch, I think with the field conditions, they're going to go for 2. Because your probability of getting a 2-point conversion in this situation is probably higher than all the things you have to do correctly to kick the football.
I would agree, and especially the way they're running the football and getting 2-3 yards on.
So a real statement drive to begin the third quarter for Parkersburg South. Going for the 2-point conversion. This is Merrill. So a real statement drive to begin the third quarter for Parkersburg South. Going for the 2-point conversion. This is Merrill. The throw. He's got a man open. Dawson on the reception. A 2-point conversion. Parkersburg South right back in this game at 20-14.
And there's the man with the flag.
Check it. It was Dustin Eckert on the reception.
Dustin Eckert. The flag's even money. The flag's even been in some battles. But Mad Max is getting his work out here. Great play by Parkersburg South. They've been running the ball the entire game. You run, you run. Well, you know, it's human nature. You're going to look for the run. Suck him in. The play fake grabs him. Eckert wide open.
5:30 to go in the third quarter. Martinsburg continues to lead 20-14. Well, you know, we're having a lot of fun up here in the booth, but there's a great program seen on the West Virginia Media Network, Kids News, every Saturday at 10:30, and the kids are on the case. Let's send it on down to Donald Butcher. Donald, what have you been doing this afternoon here in Wheeling?
Oh, it's great football weather here in Wheeling for the Class AAA championship game between Parkersburg South and Martinsburg. Our sports reporter, Caleb Caldwell, has been here. He's been behind the scenes. He's been in the locker room. He's been on the sidelines. He's been everywhere interviewing people. It should be great. Back to you in the booth.
Thanks, Donald. And, of course, you can catch Kids News every Saturday morning at 10:30. And, you know, Gooch, they have a tendency to really focus in on the stories we miss.
That's right.
So get your all-access pass to the Super 6 next Saturday morning on Kids News at 10:30 a.m. Another look at the touchdown. Gum, and it covered 3 yards.
Gum, they just found the hole over there on that right side. You can't cover everything, and you get a nice little seal block right there, and there's nothing but smooth sailing. Once he had that, Sowers wasn't going to bring him down by himself.
Not at all.
This is, and I'll tell you another thing, Dave. Look at the time on the clock, 5 minutes, 30 seconds. They were a lot of time off. The offense from Martinsburg has not been on the field. It'll be very interesting to see how they respond now.
On a 2-point conversion pass by Merrill was the first completed pass of the game for Parkersburg South. That was a great call in the situation. Had him sucked in. Here's Evan Campbell with the kick. And it rolled dead, and I mean dead, at the 37-yard line. Mike Duvall and the Patriots of Parkersburg South, 12 plays, 68 yards, in a drive that took the first 6 minutes and 30 seconds off the third quarter clock. Ben Gum capped it with a 3-yard touchdown run.
That's a momentum shifter right there. 6.5 minutes, you run the ball 12 times. Basically tell the other team, we'll just hand the ball off and you will not stop us. Now Martinsburg looking for a response.
Now we'll see if Parkersburg South made any defensive adjustments as Martinsburg has the football for the first time in the second half. Here's Sowers. And out of the shotgun, Sowers is brought down shy of the 40-yard line. So that's a gain of a yard. It'll be second down and 9.
Great individual play there on the defensive line because Sowers had a nice hold. But the defensive tackle really made a great play here. See that hand right there? I think that was number 98, Robert Life. Grabbed Sowers before he broke into the secondary.
Well, you see the big left tackle, Jeremiah Seeley. He split part of the bone in his right ring finger last year and missed 3 games this year. He's not only been a fixture on the offensive line, but he's had 4 sacks on the D-line. Second down and 9. Sowers to throw. Pass is caught. Reception is made by Mark Richmond, and Richmond was such a big part of the Martinsburg offense in the first half. He keeps it going with a catch here in the third quarter.
Sowers just turns and looks at Richmond, who was in the slot and completely uncovered. Nice pass, did not pick up the first down here in the third and short situation. This is a very pivotal play here. Martinsburg really needs to keep their defense off the field and keep this drive going.
Third down and 2 at the 47. Checking the play at the line of scrimmage. Sowers looks over to the bench. Play clock down to 5. Sowers on the keeper, and he will not make the marker. He's brought down at the 47-yard line. 2 yards shy of a first down.
Great job there on the linebacker on that side. Sees the play in front of him, plugs the hole. Brandon Barrett was in the slot here, was completely uncovered. The linebackers were heading into the line of scrimmage. They gambled that they were going to run the ball. They guessed right.
So Barrett will go back into punt formation for Martinsburg. So after the long touchdown drive to open the second half by Parkersburg South, the Patriots defense holds Martinsburg to a 3-and-out.
You have a momentum shift there. Parkersburg South, they got everything going their way.
Barrett, and this punt is going to sail out of bounds as it goes off the side of his foot, and Parkersburg South is going to have great field position to start this drive. It'll begin from their own 36-yard line. We've got a ball game cooking at Wheeling Island Stadium. Martinsburg leads Parkersburg South 2014.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kristen Farley with this late breaking news alert. Police in our area are asking for your help this morning. They need your help tracking down an 8-year-old child. Here is what we know right now. Ashley Michelle Wolford was last seen in Barboursville just before 10 o'clock on Tuesday evening. She's inside a stolen car, a 1988 Cavalier, dark blue in color with a black convertible top, West Virginia plate 5DJ732. If you see this car, please contact the local authorities. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning.
Ever see those cars behind the body shop? They kind of look like they've been there a while. So which one's yours? The blue one. They belong to people with discount insurance. You get what you pay for. That's why I'm with Nationwide. With Nationwide, you can work over the phone, over the web, or over the desk. You can even choose your own body shop. Wow, looks great. Good as new. Hey, what about the guy over there? Him? He was there when we bought the place.
Nationwide is on your side.
You want to know before severe weather strikes. Storm Tracker 13 weather. Find out first with the most advanced weather technology in the area. Exclusive Storm Tracker 13 pinpoint Doppler radar. If bad weather is on its way to your neighborhood, know when and where, and count on the accurate and dependable forecast with Chief Meteorologist Spencer Adkins and an experienced weather team who know how important weather conditions are to you and your family. Storm Tracker 13 weather. Only on 13 News. Your town, your state, your future.
Well, Dave Walker, the head football coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, hopes the worm is not turning in this AAA championship game, but look at the difference in the time of possession. Nearly a 2-to-1 ratio now for Parkersburg South. And a lot of those minutes, Gooch, came in that 6.5-minute drive to start the third quarter that culminated with a 3-yard Ben Gum touchdown run. Speaking of Gum, here he comes again. Hit in the backfield, but he keeps moving forward up to the 40-yard line for a gain of 4.
Again, number 9, Jacqueline Moore. Hits him in the backfield, but when you hit Ben, you got to make sure you wrap up.
Look at that. Mud, grass, everything in the face mask.
He's loving it.
What did you say? You thought you could identify him because of the awards on his helmet?
Never mind.
Ben Gum, all gummed up and rushing for 100 yards.
50 yards after initial contact.
Second down and 6. Dawson is split out to the left. Again, right up the middle. And into Martinsburg territory for a first down, all the way to the Bulldog 46.
Well, if you ever been to a horse track, you look for the mutter, you know, especially when the track conditions aren't ideal. And I think they found their mutter here, even though Harshbarger ran that one. Ben Gum looks like he loves the slop. And as you can see, that time of possession is starting to wear on this defense. Here's Harshbarger. Arm tackle missed. Shoulder tackle too high. Drags him 6-7 more yards. Martinsburg cannot have that. They need a first or second down stop in the backfield in the run game to force Parkersburg South to pass.
They're having a real hard time wrapping up on defense. Here's Gum. Gum breaking tackles. Still on his feet across the 30. Driven out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
They're sliding into the bench over here. Ben Gum, once again, he's loving it.
22 yards on the pickup.
Counter action just cuts back, slips through a tackle. Nice sidestep there on another one. I'm telling you, like a horse on the money track. He's loving it.
And Martinsburg, sensing the change in momentum, calls a timeout. And as the Parkersburg South offense comes over to their sidelines, their fans give them a huge ovation.
Dave Walker's going to have to do something with that defense. The defensive coaches, they might have to start committing an extra lineman to the field to play. Start playing maybe a 6-1 on that defensive front.
A minute 45 to go, third quarter. Martinsburg leads by 6, but Parkersburg South is on the march. Back to Wheeling Island Stadium in a moment.
To release, press the red button. Note the 2-power mid-cabin doors and aft hatch. And enjoy the movie on the DVD screen.
Take off to the Dodge year-end sales drive. Grab Caravan with 0% financing for 60 months or up to a $4,000 cash allowance. Plus now for a limited time, buy or lease a new Caravan and get a $500 Toys R Us gift card.
Bye-bye. See you. Thanks for choosing Dodge.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
Get a Subway Fresh Value Meal. A fresh-made sandwich on fresh baked bread with chips and a 21-ounce Coca-Cola. All for a terrific price. So pick up a Subway Fresh Value Meal today.
Did you just eat that entire box of cookies?
That's okay. We had Subway.
Subway's low-fat sandwiches. Delicious subs. So you can feel good about being good and okay about being bad.
Get your grandpa.
It's okay, I had just Subway.
Oh, second down.
Subway, good, so you don't always have to be.
This is a special championship edition of the Sports Zone, and following the timeout on first down, Parkersburg South continues to do the thing that's been so successful for them here early in the second half, and that is run the football. A 3-yard touchdown run earlier in the third quarter by Ben Gum pulled Parkersburg South to within 6 points at 20-14, and now the Patriots are challenging for the lead.
Out of all the 12 minutes in this quarter, about how many do you think Martinsburg's offense has had the ball?
Maybe a minute?
Maybe a minute and a half.
Parkersburg South continues to run the football. Now down near the 10-yard line. And that's Gum.
They're feeling it. They love this stuff. This Parkersburg South team is resilient, they're tough, and they're very, very strong. You were talking earlier in the game about the size of their line. 240, 258, 280, 232, 290 over on Dalton Neiman's right tackle position. Right now, they're just sitting in there and just hammering away.
They are winning the war up front. 1st and 10 now for Parkersburg South at the Martinsburg 12. Quarterback keeper this time. 2-yard gain to the 10.
So here you got 2nd and about 8 at the 10-yard line. This is a big play for Martinsburg's defense. If they could put Parkersburg into a 3rd and long situation, the odds will swing dramatically back into their favor.
Well, trailing by 6, I wonder if Mike Duvall is thinking about a possible field goal attempt here. Evan Campbell has a good leg. He's kicked them from 46 yards out, but of course the elements today, that's a big factor. Now we have a whistle. And a timeout called by Parkersburg South.
With 8 seconds left in the quarter, calling a timeout. That's a good line.
We'll step aside momentarily from Wheeling Island and come right back. Parkersburg South facing a big decision on 2nd down.
$378, $378. 04 Jeep Grand Cherokee loaded, $378 a month. This week at the all-new Tri-State Chrysler Jeep, over 100 to choose from. New 04 Jeep Grand Cherokees, $378 a month. Only at the all-new Tri-State Chrysler Jeep, 29th Street exit off I-64 in Huntington.
At Sport Mart Superstore, the selection of sports equipment and athletic wear is huge. Whether it's basketball, fishing, skiing, billiards, athletic shoes, or fitness gear, we're here to fill your every athletic need. Sport Mart Superstore has provided generations of families with the equipment they need to experience those magical athletic moments. We have also provided the leagues and schools throughout the state with equipment and uniforms. Sport Mart Superstore, keeping the athlete fit and fitted for over 70 years.
$315, $315. 04 Jeep Liberties, $315 a month. Only at the all-new Tri-State Chrysler Jeep. For a limited time, 04 Jeep Liberties loaded, $315 a month. This week at the all-new Tri-State Chrysler Jeep, located 29th Street exit off I-64 in Huntington.
8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Martinsburg leads Parkersburg South 20-14. Gooch, when those guys signed up to clean the footballs, they probably didn't figure they'd be working quite as hard as they've had to this weekend.
Thought they'd have a nice sunny day in the mid-40s, a little breeze, watch some football, but no, they're getting as muddy as bang gum.
Second down and 8 from the Martinsburg 10. Merrill to Gum. And he fires his way down near the 5-yard line.
Nice play there by Martinsburg, at least holding Gum to 2 or 3 yards. We talked about that timeout thing. They really didn't need to take it because the quarter could have run out. Had they not taken that timeout, it would have been none the worse off.
And they would have gone to the other end of the field, which is not nearly as chewed up. Anyway, we're heading to the 4th at Wheeling Island. Martinsburg leads Parkersburg South.
Just in there. Ain't just my imagination. Chicken selects are back at Mickey D's. All white seasoned chicken breast strips ready for dipping in your favorite sauce. Make it a meal with a Coke and hot fries. You know you gotta get with that.
Tim Hogan's will install your carpet or flooring just in time for Christmas. Discover Tim Hogan's huge selection of colorful plush carpets, wood laminate flooring, ceramic tile, and more. All in stock and ready to be installed in your home right before the holiday season. As always, 1 year, the same as cash. Shop 2626 5th Avenue in Huntington or Kanawha City, 39th in McCorkle. Call Tim Hogan's and have your carpet installed before the holiday rush.
The more you discover about the Hyundai Elantra, the more it makes sense. It's loaded with standard features like AC and power everything. Plus, only Hyundai has America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. It's $1,600 less than a Honda Civic LX when comparably equipped. In fact, the 2004 Hyundai Elantra starts at just $13,349. When your car makes this much sense, you win. Come in now for your last chance to get a great deal on all 2003 models.
Tonight, this FBI agent found the perfect place to hide his star witness.
You're taking me home?
His mom's house.
You gotta be kidding.
We'll pretend we're dating.
Can we come in because I'm freezing?
I'll bet you are.
How did you and Jake meet? All I could say about your brother is that when he's investigating someone, he breathes real hard.
It's a nightmare. Stop it or...
Or you'll cuff me?
Emmy Award winner Tyne Daly.
I believe she may be in love with you.
And still standing's Jamie Gertz.
What do you want from me, Jake?
I want you. Undercover Christmas. CBS tonight.
Well, more than 4,000 Parkersburg South Patriot fans are here in Wheeling for this championship game. And now, as we begin the 4th quarter, trailing by 6, Parkersburg South faces a key 3rd down play. This is Gum powering his way inside the 5, and he's very close to a 1st down.
Saving tackle there, Martinsburg, number 42, Ryan Bivens. Gum, that was the only man Gum had to beat. He did not beat him. Now a very interesting decision here on 4th and short.
Well, we mentioned Campbell's ability to kick the field goal, but they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And I can't blame them at all for going for it. Almost a yard, essentially 4th and a yard. They've been getting the yard all game long.
And they have been winning the battle up front here in the 2nd half. Merrill under center. It's Gum. And he's got the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal for Parkersburg South at the 1-yard line.
Well, the Martinsburg folks don't think so, but the way that Gum was tackled there, they made contact with him, but they could not tackle him and drive him back. There you go. Look at Gum forcing the issue forward. Even though he was hit early by Chris Fletcher, Fletcher could not drive him backwards.
That's close enough to measure.
If he doesn't get this, I'll be very surprised.
Got it easily.
And the way things have gone in this game so far, Dave, barring a fumble or some kind of turnover, I don't see how Parkersburg South doesn't score.
Martinsburg going for a little bit more beef. Number 72, R.J. Fraley checks into the game. 6'4", 323. Martinsburg's only had 1 series in the entire second half, and now Martinsburg wants to call timeout. Look at Gum's numbers as he begins to really pile them up. 26 carries, 141 yards, and a touchdown in the 3rd quarter.
Ben Gum has been outstanding for these folks all day. You got to figure they're going to go to him again here.
Take a quick break and come back for more from the beginning of the 4th quarter.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Did you just eat that entire box of cookies?
That's okay. We had Subway.
Subway's low-fat sandwiches. Delicious subs. So you can feel good about being good and okay about being bad.
Get your grandpa! It's okay, I had the Subway.
Oh, 2nd down.
Subway, good, so you don't always have to be.
Having a party or having friends over for the big game? Why not order one of Subway's delicious fresh-made giant subs? Or a Subway sandwich platter. Freshen up your party with Subway.
Next time, call an expert. Call Roto-Rooter, America's neighborhood plumber.
10:58 to go in the game. Martinsburg had to call a timeout because Dave Walker only had 10 men out there on the defense, as Parkersburg South is set to take the ball 1st and goal at the Bulldog 1-yard line. A touchdown ties the game. Ben Gum running wild in the second half, and it's Gum.
He's not in.
And he is stopped shy of the goal line. Picked up maybe a half yard. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
That extra defensive lineman coming in key there, standing up those blockers, not letting themselves be pushed into the end zone, and Gum couldn't get into the end zone there.
Gooch, we talked about this during the last commercial break. If you score here to tie the game, do you think about maybe kicking the extra point for the lead? You're down at the end of the field. It's not quite as chewed up.
I think you have to.
Merrill, Gum, touchdown. Gum, his 2nd touchdown of the second half. And Parkersburg South, that trailed 20-6, has come all the way back to tie the game, and now will go for the lead. And indeed, they will attempt to kick the extra point.
Looks like Parkersburg going to give Martinsburg the Muller huddle look, and will eventually come on back over and line up for the extra point. Early in the game, the quarterbacks had control of the contest. Right now, control of the contest belongs to Ben Gum.
Evan Campbell, the junior, left-footed kicker, 52 of 54 converted point-afters this year. Got a big leg. Kicked a 44-yard field goal against Wheeling Park in the quarterfinals, but now they just need the extra point. And it's up, and it's no good.
No good. Wow. Wide to the left. A small break, but a break nevertheless for Martinsburg.
Oh, no question. No question about it.
Here's Ben Gum. You try the right side, it doesn't work, so let's go to the left. Hits a couple of his blockers, but I don't think he feels right until he starts feeling other bodies against him. That's when he really gets going. You see him just finds his way in the end zone, backs in, big, strong kid like that. It's just so hard to take him down once he gets a little momentum on his side. Right now, Even these guys are feeling a little cold, a little nervous. This one's up for grabs. 10:22 to go. We got a tie. This is a great one.
Let's send it down to Tony Gasick. And Tony, I guess West Virginia University's football team has been watching this game with interest, right?
Yeah, I think the entire state's watching this game with a lot of interest. I know this man is right here, Coach Stu from the WVU football team. We appreciate you joining us. I know you can't talk specifics about players' names. There's rules, regulations, but I'm sure there's some guys out there that you're perking you up right now.
Well, this has been a heck of a football game, 20-20. It's everything they built it to be. We are evaluating players from all 16 of the Super Six, so this has been a good one today.
And certainly anytime they say if you can recruit in your own backyard, you're doing a great job. Events like this have to make you guys just really excited that there's great football in our state.
There's tremendous football in the state of West Virginia. I'm very prejudiced about the Wheeling and the High Valley area. Being a New Martinsville boy, old Magnolia boy, this is football at its finest here in the High Valley. This is smash mouth, a High Valley football, and it's a great place. It's a showcase, and this is a heck of a game we're having.
Yeah, Coach Stu and I are going to watch this drive right here. We're pretty excited. We'll send it back to you guys in the booth.
All right, Tony, thanks. 10:22 to go in the fourth. And that ball is loose. The ball was first touched by Aaron Stokes, and then Stokes got on that thing at the 34-yard line.
I say Brandon Barrett, he was right there ready to pick that up and do something with it. He's really itching to make a play here.
What kind of a change has occurred here in the second half? Martinsburg, a team that has scored so many points this year, held to 9 total yards in the second half to this point. This is just their second possession of the second half. Sowers again from the gun with 4 wide. Corner blitz coming. And nowhere to go for Barrett. He lost yardage.
Well, by the looks of the uniform, I think that tackle was made by Ben Dumb. Barrett, they tried a little slip screen there, and everyone was blocked for Martinsburg except for one linebacker. He came up and made the play, made the tackle on Barrett. And as you can see, Martinsburg hadn't had the ball, and hadn't been able to do much when they had.
No, and Parkersburg South with 125 yards here in the second half. With a big change. 5 wide this time. Sowers rolling, avoiding the traffic. Going to let it go, incomplete.
I think Sowers might have been a little better served to turn it upfield and maybe get 2 or 3 yards on that one. You saw his evasive ability there because the linebacker came off at the end of the line of scrimmage there and had him dead to rights. Sowers just outran him, evading him, evading the defensive lineman. And watch this move here. Gets away from the guy, gets away from another one, but doesn't have a good grip on the football. And that's a throw I'm sure he's made plenty of times all season long, but just can't make it on the run now. You got a big 3rd and long.
Haskins was the intended receiver. Haskins caught a 33-yard touchdown against Cabell Midland last week. 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions today is Martinsburg. Here's the throw, incomplete. So Martinsburg continues to look for their first down of the second half, their second 3 and out. And Parkersburg South's going to get the ball right back.
You can see the disappointment on Sowers' face. You can see it in the way he's carrying the ball as he goes from behind center. He's holding the football almost with his hand underneath it, almost like he's holding a loaf of bread because he's worried about controlling the thing. He's not gripping and ripping.
And speaking of gripping the football, every special teams play is also an adventure. Barrett's got to be able to secure the football before he punts it away. And he's caked in mud. This will be his 3rd punt attempt of the game. And the ball will roll dead at the 21-yard line.
Well, 79 yards away from the touchdown.
45-yard punt by Brandon Barrett, no return. Mike Duvall's got Parkersburg South cooking in the second half. We're tied at 20, 9:17 to go in the 4th.
Next time, call an expert. Call Roto-Rooter, America's neighborhood plumber.
Across the world or across the state, no one communicates better than FiberNet. Sign up today for our residential phone service package with all the features that make communicating so much better.
This includes our low-cost, high-quality Wirefire dial-up internet access. Only $59.90 per month. Enjoy unlimited local calling in the entire state of West Virginia. That means no more charges for in-state long-distance calling. Call toll-free or sign up online. FiberNet. Across the world or across the state, no one communicates better.
Next time, call an expert. Call Roto-Rooter, America's neighborhood drain expert.
No, we're not watching the outtakes of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the West Virginia Class AAA Championship game. Parkersburg South, Martinsburg tied at 20, 9:17 to go in the game. Gooch, that big Martinsburg offensive line that averages 306 pounds across the front. There's only 25 Division I teams with larger offensive lines. They have not been able to move the football here in the second half, and the momentum swing has clearly gone over to the Parkersburg South side.
This was the plan from the beginning. Coach Duvall stuck with it even though his team fell behind early. It's paying big dividends now.
Merrill hands off to Gum. And Gum just fights his way down to the 25-yard line. Looked like he was stopped at the point of attack, and he turned a no-gain play into a 4-yard gain.
This is what happens when you run the football well. Time of possession first half, Parkersburg South won slightly, but won a decent margin when Martinsburg was effective. Second half, Martinsburg's offense may as well not have even been on the field.
Martinsburg still looking for their first down of the second half. It's 2nd down and 5. Gum again. And again he breaks the tackle at the point of attack. He takes it over the 30, and he's got the first down.
Folks at Martinsburg's side of the field, someone needs to step up and make a play for them because Ben Gum is fired up, and he's basically taking this game in his possession like he's holding that football.
Look at the edge and first downs now for Parkersburg South. And if you've been watching this game from the beginning, you know the way Martinsburg dominated play in the early going. They raced out to a 12-0 lead. They led this game 20-6 at the half, but Parkersburg South has come storming back after halftime to tie the game. Again, they stay on the ground. Harshbarger that time will take it to the 38. That's a gain of 6.
At this point in time, not only is Parkersburg working against the Bulldogs, so is the clock. We're under 8 minutes to go. That clock just keeps on running, and every first down, the closer they get to midfield, the more pressure falls on the defense of the Bulldogs.
2nd down, rather 3rd down now, and 4. 2nd and 4. Gum. Look at all the helmets that found their way to Gum on that carry as he made it to the 39-yard line. Now it will be 3rd down and 3.
That time a nice play by the linebacking level of Martinsburg. They stayed with that base, that 4-4 base defense that they run. That time the linebackers came up and stuffed Gum. Gets to the level here. Nice stick, nice tackle. Ken Albright and company. And this is a big 3rd down. Martinsburg's defense needs to get off the field.
Fans of both teams on their feet. Keep playing this game. 3rd down and 3 for Parkersburg South from their own 39-yard line. Game tied at 20. Fake to Gum. Harshbarger fires through, breaking tackles, falling forwards, got the first down. Let's swing it down to Steve McGehee, who's standing by with Mad Max. And this afternoon, he's gone beyond Thunderdome.
Gentlemen, we have the heart and soul of Parkersburg South. Their #1 fan, Larry Maxwell, 57-year-old Larry Maxwell, but you're better known as Mad Max.
Mad Max, that's right. I've been Mad Max at that South for all 20 years, I guess. 22 years, I'm sorry, at all sports.
I understood you're a pretty good teacher, too.
I teach British literature. I like to think I'm pretty good at Chaucer and the Canterbury Tales, Anglo-Saxon literature.
Pretty good script right here. Great comeback by your team.
They talked at halftime. The seniors took over there, and I tell you, this game means a whole lot to that community behind us. You can hear them yelling and screaming. Those guys out there represent 30 37 years of South football, 2-8, 1-9, some of the lean years. We never had our own field till the beautiful Erickson facility a few years ago. They're fighting out there for the whole community, and the seniors said, we're not going to go out without a fight. They're giving it everything they got.
Got some great crowd support. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you.
Go get them.
Thank you.
Back to the booth.
Thanks, Steve. I guess Mad Max is more than just a crazy guy in a helmet with some horns on it. 2nd down and 6. Gum. It's a race to the end zone. 20, 10. Touchdown, Parkersburg South.
Well, that time Gum didn't have to break through any tackles because he got some great blocking and just broke in the open, and he hit the gallop. Like a good horse down the home stretch, he just hit the gallop on into the end zone. Parkersburg South offensive line and Mr. Ben Gum, number 33, have completely taken over this ball game.
Gum, 53 yards on the touchdown run. He's over 200 yards on the day. 32 carries, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns, all here in the second half.
And Dave, do you remember how many yards he had at the end of the first half? It's about 51. Talking about 150 yards. 150 in this second half.
And after misfiring on the last point after attempt kick, Parkersburg South will go for 2. Merrill on the rollout to the end zone, incomplete. The point after attempt fails. It's 26-20.
Big play there because that would have put Parkersburg South up 8 as it stands. 5 minutes, 33 seconds for the Bulldogs to get themselves back in the position to win this game.
Ben Gum carrying the mail for Parkersburg South. The 53-yard touchdown, and the Patriots are in front for the first time today. But this one's not over. Still more than 5 minutes to go in the game. Martinsburg in danger as Brandon Barrett get the football.
To release, press the red button. Note the 2-power mid-cabin doors and aft hatch. And enjoy the movie on the DVD screen.
Take off to the Dodge year-end sales drive. Grab Caravan with 0% financing for 60 months or up to a $4,000 cash allowance. Plus now for a limited time, buy or lease a new Caravan and get a $500 Toys R Us gift card.
Bye-bye. See you. Thanks for choosing Dodge.
Hurry to your Dodge dealer and see how good the best values in America can be.
It's the Holiday Mattress Sale going on right now at Mattress Warehouse. Buy today and pay no interest until 2006. That's over 2 years of free financing, and it's only at Mattress Warehouse. Choose from the largest selection of Sealy, Serta, Simmons, and Stearns & Foster mattresses. And save 30, 40, even 50%. Every size, every firmness, every brand is on sale. Plus, take advantage of our free professional delivery service. Hurry in for the best selection. The Holiday Mattress Sale in soon, only at Mattress Warehouse.
5:33 to go in the fourth quarter at Wheeling Island Stadium. This is live coverage of the West Virginia Class AAA Championship game. Parkersburg South has roared back from a 20-6 halftime deficit and now lead for the first time this afternoon, 26-20. And the Martinsburg Bulldogs, an efficient offensive machine for the entire season, but held without a first down here in the second half, need a touchdown to tie this game. 7 plays, 79 yards, in a drive that elapsed under 4 minutes. Ben Gum carried the football the final 53 yards for the score. What's Dave Walker got to do on this drive, Coach?
Well, you got to go to the guys who brought you here. Obviously, the track has affected their offense, but more than anything, Parkersburg South's running game hasn't allowed their offense on the field. Now you got to get the ball in the hands of number 2 and number 5 and let those guys make a play.
Another short kick. Picked up this time and returned. And good yardage. Ball's loose. And it's recovered by Parkersburg South.
There's the fumble. There's the turnover that we were talking about, Dave. It took almost the entire game. What do you have there? You have a person who is not used to carrying the football running. That ball was, of course, squid. They're not going to kick it deep to Barrett or Sowers. Picked up right here, and you got a big old guy carrying the football. We're trying to see his number here. Runs through some tackles, but right there, ball pops loose. Parkersburg South gets it. Now the defense has to stop the running game, or the game will be over. They'll just salt the clock away.
Suddenly, Parkersburg South finds themselves in the driver's seat. I want to say that's Bobby Miller over there on the Parkersburg South sideline who made the recovery. And now, Gum seems to be burrowing under the mud sometimes on these carries here in the second half. Takes off another 5. It's second down and 5.
I mean, Ben Gum is 6 foot, 230 pounds, and they're just giving him the ball on dives. And it's just so hard to stop him there. And that small, that squat, and that stout, when he gets his momentum going, it's almost a guaranteed 2 yards.
Miller was the man who recovered the fumble. Cody Miller. And there he is. A huge play in this game. Martinsburg has only 1 timeout. Gum again. Why go away from Gum at this point? He's just doing it all here in the second half for the Patriots of Wheeling Park. Patriots, rather, of Parkersburg South, who have never won a state AAA championship.
Going to the left side, it's a block, drags the tackler about 2 more yards. Now you're 3rd and 1. The clock becomes the enemy of the Bulldogs. 4 minutes, 13 seconds and counting.
And if you're Martinsburg, you've got to get the ball back. 3rd and a yard. Martinsburg had so many lopsided wins during the regular season and through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. It's Gum again. He's got the first down. He's still on his feet, slip-sliding his way down to the 41-yard line.
Dave Walker's got all his timeouts. He's going to have to start thinking about how he might want to use them. Doesn't need them just yet, but it's getting to that point in the game.
Gum is getting into legendary carry numbers now. 35 rushes, 120 yards, and 3 touchdowns. We're talking about a Martinsburg football team that won its first 12 games by an average of almost 42 points a game. And now, with 3.5 minutes to go in the 4th, they find themselves on the losing end of the score, 26-20. And Merrill's going to give Gum a rest. And he has some success as he takes it down to the 35-yard line.
You see the frustration of Martinsburg defense. Once again, they're just going with the base 4 linemen. There was a big gap between the defensive tackles. Merrill saw it. He's like, why should I turn down 5 yards? When are you going to give it to me? There you go.
Well, we've had a wonderful weekend at the Super 6. The AA championship game last night went to overtime. At the Super 6, the AA championship game last night went to overtime. Oka defeated Bluefield 21-20. This game is going right down to the final gun. And we're looking for more terrific action in the Class Single A championship game that'll be coming up. Moorfield into the championship for the 8th consecutive time, taking on undefeated Williamstown.
There's that extra lineman.
Ball is loose. Martinsburg's got the ball back.
That's what you need. Sometimes when things look at their bleakest point, you just need that one twist of fate, and they got the ball back on a turnover.
A huge turn of events.
Looks like that was R.J. Fraley.
Fraley got the fumble recovery.
Center quarterback exchange. Seems like the simplest thing in football, but especially with elements like this, it can be one of the most treacherous. It happened in the AA game. That was a turning point. Could be a turning point today.
2.5 minutes to go in the 4th. 1 turnover apiece. What a costly turnover for Parkersburg South. Here's Sowers back to pass. Looking. Intercepted! And it's Gum. Who else?
Well, impact players making impact plays. I think he just read Sowers' eyes there. He was floating underneath in coverage. Saw where Sowers wanted to go with the ball. Sowers a little bit more deliberate because he's worried about holding that football, make sure it comes out cleanly. And Ben Gum was there.
Ben Gum has been everywhere in the second half.
You see where Sowers is looking. He's looking for Adrian Haskins right there on the running up the seam, and Ben Gum just cut right in front of him. He never even saw him. Sowers never even saw him.
So the Sowers pass intercepted by Gum. Parkersburg South's got the football back at the Martinsburg 24. Here comes Gum again. To the 18-yard line.
And Mad Max talked about seniors that really wanted it. You can't think anyone wanted it more than number 33.
Well, Gum weighs about 230 pounds, but give him about 10 extra pounds of mud on that uniform.
Yep. And it makes him that much harder to grab as well. It makes his uniform stick. It's like he's got stickum all over his body. Not stickum, I'm sorry. Goo all over his body.
Don't forget, coming up, the single-A championship game, Moorfield and Williamstown. Williamstown undefeated. Moorfield in the finals for the 8th consecutive year. That's a record still to come here in Wheeling. 2nd and 5. Who else? Gum again. It'll be 3rd and a yard, and Gum stayed in bounds. The clock continues to run. Martinsburg has 1 timeout remaining. And Gooch, I think if they pick up 1 more yard, they can start putting the Patriots' name in the trophy case.
1 yard to a AAA championship. Martinsburg seemed content to let the clock run, which I'm not sure why. But if I were them, I would have taken the time out here and left more time on the clock. But this is pretty much it.
Merrill went over to the sidelines, wiped off his hands on the towel, and will now snap the football with the play clock down inside 5 seconds. I don't think he got the first down.
No, I don't think he came close to getting that first down. Problem is, there's only 40 seconds left, and there's another down to be had for Parkersburg South.
And they are going to measure for this first down. That will stop the clock with 40 seconds to go. We've had a wonderful crew here in Wheeling this afternoon for this game and for the entire Super 6 for that matter. Our camera operators today, Mike Corley, Fred Tice, Mike Powers, Brett Ward, Jeff Hayback, and Anthony Lewis. Chad Minnick handled utility today. Audio 1, Pat Sargent. Audio 2, Chuck Klein and Denzel McHenry. Tape ops today, Marty Newman, Marvin Huffman, video engineer Tom Aletta. Our truck operators, Joey Cox, Neil Cunningham, Dale Morrison. John Novak was the technical director today. The production coordinator, Sue Bosio. Emily McCarty is our producer, and our director, the inimitable Stoss Hall. 28 seconds to go. Moving clock. Parkersburg South in the victory formation.
Running the football. You win by running and playing good defense and make it better.
You know, there are 90-plus members of this Parkersburg South football team. It's the largest squad in the state of West Virginia. And now they are all members of a state championship team. The first ever in AAA football for the Patriots of Parkersburg South.
These guys never quit all season long. They faced adversity in games. They faced adversity from the beginning, starting this program, grabbing it by its bootstraps as Coach Duvall and company did, and now they are at the pinnacle. They are the state champions, and they really earned it here today at Wheeling Island Stadium.
With the 26-6 win, Parkersburg South ends the season at 13-1. And for Martinsburg, they end the year at 13-1. Their only losses, Gooch, over the last 2 years, both to Parkersburg South.
And Parkersburg South beat them in similar fashion in both games. Came back last year in the semis, came back this year in the championship game, ran the football. Martinsburg was unable to run the football, was unable to control the clock in the game in the second half. And, you know, there's a lot of things that go through those young men's minds on Martinsburg and Parkersburg South's mind. I'm sure Martinsburg would love a dry track, a field more optimal to the way they play the game, but you know, they both put out a great effort here.
Look at this.
South just won it.
Look at the slide. They're celebrating the mud, the elements that they had to battle all afternoon. Now they're happy to play in it.
Everybody has to get their uniform dirty.
Ben Gum, 38 carries, 232 yards, 3 touchdowns. The game-winning touchdown of 53 yards, and he had 98 yards after contact today.
Nearly 100 yards after contact all game long. That just ends up wearing out a of the football. It just shows in the end, running that football, they win every time.
You know, we focused an awful lot about the way Parkersburg South was able to control the clock, control the ground game in the second half, but let's not sell their defense short. They held Martinsburg without a first down in the second half. Let's go down to Steve McGee, who's got Mike Duvall, the victorious coach of Parkersburg South.
Well, gentlemen, we have a big coach here with a smile on his face. Congratulations winning your first AAA state title.
Hey, thanks. These kids won it. These kids didn't quit. They didn't give up. They fought back. They've done everything it takes to be champions. They deserved what they got today.
You have to talk about Ben Gum, 3 touchdowns, but a key interception there in the fourth quarter.
Oh, Ben's a winner. If you got him on your team, you know you're going to win.
What'd you say at halftime? Obviously, whatever you said worked. You're down 14, then you shut them out in the second half. I understand Martinsburg, and we had 1 first down in the second half.
Oh, we made some adjustments in the first half that I thought was going to do the job. I told our kids to be patient. Sooner or later, we'll come out on top, and we did.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Go celebrate.
Okay.
Back up top. That's David back. They got me.
Well, that's a happy group of Patriots from Parkersburg South, making a little history at Wheeling Island Stadium. First class AAA football championship. And Gooch, they had to earn it. They trailed 12-0. They trailed 20-6 at the half. They came storming back in the second half behind Ben Gum to win the championship.
No quit in this team, and like he said, there was number 33, Ben Gum, who really led the way, would not be taken down by the first tackler. It's just effort and desire. Once you get through the X's and O's and figure out what you're going to do and how it's going to be done, it comes down to the guys on the field making plays. Guys at Parkersburg South have done it all season long. They earned the title.
Gooch Gaston enjoyed it. Our field reporters, Tony Gasick and Steve McGee. I'm Dave Weekley saying so long from Wheeling Island Stadium, where Parkersburg South, the new champions of football in West Virginia Class AAA.
All right.